Thank you for subscribing.
Hello and welcome everyone to the first episode of Zero Escape, the Nonary games!
Hi, Two Flower.
What's up, Two Flower? The candidate you voted for won! Democracy has prevailed! What's going on, friend? And Brian J with the resub. Thank you so much, friend. And I'm gonna wait a little bit.
Hi, Brian J.
There you go. What's up, Brian J? So ready to see me play this. Nice. So, full disclosure, I had inventory at my job today, so which means I had to be there at 6 a.m. and it's currently 9 p.m. I'm a little tired, so currently riding very high on sugar and caffeine, so I will go for as long as I can. As long as I'm here, you have me.
Hi, Claire.
What's up, Claire? Welcome in. So I'll be around for a bit. It may be a slightly shorter stream, but not like into the ground. I did that at work today. I did have a nap and honestly feel much better. But if I suddenly start then I'm gonna go ahead and just chill. What's up, all you lovely people? This background music is super loud in my ears. Let's change this. Oh, apparently I have to get my gamepad. So this game is apparently designed for a console. All right, smooth it. Literally, I have one pip in the background noise. All right, so are we excited? I've never heard of this game before. Brian J mentioned it. By the way, thank you for that recommendation, by the way. And I vaguely remember talking with Kakajo about it, but he was like, nope, never heard of it. And I'm like, huh. Okay, so obviously I fell through a wormhole because the Mandela effect is real. And honestly, no, I think I fell through quite a few world holes because some things I certainly remember did not happen in this timeline, and that's okay. Ah, man, that coffee is delicious. I've also got water because now that we finally have a winner for the poll, we're back to voice acting. It's gonna be needing lots of water for that. All right. So why don't we hop right into it? So here we go. I looked up the recommended playing order and everybody's like, just go whatever, but if you want to play it in release order, you have to start with 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors, and then VFR, then something else. We're not gonna watch the intro because I hate spoilers. Like, very much so. All right, FPS is looking pretty good, no drop frames. There's there's definitely a play order. Got it. All right, so what's the play order? Should I start with 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors, or should I start with something else? What do you recommend? VLR, that's it. Okay, good. So that is also consequently the release order. So I have that written down somewhere. So there we go. So this seems to be released for console. In fact, I actually can't get it to go to my full resolution of 2K. I'm not quite a 4K gamer, don't worry. So even though right now I have it on 1080p, but then downsampled to 720 for you guys, so sorry. At least you're gonna get it in full glory. It's a little grainy on me, but that's all right. So why don't we start? 999 was on DS, VLR was on 3DS, and Vita. ZT Zero Time Dilemma was on 3DS. Nice. Creating save data. Please select the save slot. There are 30 Dilly Bops. There's definitely a play order, and you'll be pretty confused if you try not to do it. Understood. Q Curilia. Well, I should be probably rereading this. There we go. So I'm gonna shut up real quick. I'm sorry for butchering your name. I will do better. 9, 8, 7. Q. Got it. And if I still got that wrong, please correct me. Just like with pronouns. I don't mean to not know. You just have to tell me, and I will endeavor to do my best. Turn the game up. It's a bit low. Well, right now all I hear is waves.
Hi, Comrade Burnside.
What's up, comrade? There we go. Here's some actual noise that isn't waves. Menu. A loud noise started June. Your preferred pronoun is chocolate chip cookie. Nice. We actually have a chocolate chip pancake Zuhang said here. Y'all may get along. They're delicious. You guys catch you on Games Done Quick? Voice acting botch, game canceled. Oh man, you are absolutely in the right place for cookies. If you only knew. No, alright. Let's get in the swing of things. A loud noise startled Junpei awake and his eyes snapped open.
What the?
There's dialogue that I'm not reading. What the? As they adjusted to the light, he realized that he didn't recognize his surroundings. With a crack, Junpei's head connected with something metal. He rolled over and threw his hand out to steady himself, but he found himself groping in empty air.
Whoa!
His balance lost, and his still fuzzy mind struggling to understand what was going on, Junpei tumbled down to the cold, gray floor.
Ouch! God damn it! Ah, what the hell?
What he said.
head?
Sure.
I fell pretty far.
What? No, not that. Prologue. Alright, sure. We'll save here by hitting the B button. Turn to title screen. Sure! You have more cookie recipes. Oh my. Options! Alright, I'm gonna
Nonary game.
click everything up. See, this is loud in my ears, so I'm gonna turn me down. Alright. So,
The Nonary game.
is this acceptable?
The Nonary game. The Nonary game. The Nonary game. Nonary game.
Okay, so this is slightly quieter than my speaking volume. Turn the voice acting up higher, but everything else should be
The
fine.
Nonary game.
Okay, got it. So this is at half volume. Believe it or not, this is 2 on the background noise. Background noise. Background music, excuse me. All right, so we'll go with that. Pump up the jam, pump it. No. There's literally no way anyone could ever confuse that with anything copyright, but I'm just not even gonna remotely go there.
Head?
Nope. It's a lobster.
I fell pretty far.
Noted.
That really hurt.
Says you.
Damn, my eyesight's kind of blurry. Must have hit my head.
It's also going.
No, wait. That's not it.
What does ADV screen mean? Now, is it gonna tell me?
An earthquake. But it's shaking too fast for that.
You're on a boat.
Anyway.
There are 2 views in this game because of the weirdness of it being ported over from a 2-screen system. In the top right corner, it'll say which mode you're in. All the dialogue voice is acted, and that's the only thing that shows up in the advanced screen, along with character portraits. Nice! Where
Am I?
Ah, novel screen. Advanced screen. Where am I? Oh, thank God that background noise stopped.
It stopped?
The other mode is novel mode, and it includes the flavor description text, which isn't voice acted. Wait, it stopped? Minutes passed while Junpei struggled to get his bearings. Then, as suddenly as they had begun, the tremors ceased. So I'll leave it up to everybody. Do we want to watch some stuff, or do we want me to read out stage directions, since it looks like I'm not going to be reading out dialogue in this game? Here, I'll play for a little bit in the novel screen. A cold silence fell over the room. From somewhere far away, Junpei could hear the sound of metal squeaking.
What's that sound?
In an attempt to distract himself, Junpei looked around the room once more. There was a stove that looked more antique than functional. The 3-level bunk bed had mattresses that were so thin they were little more than blankets. On the other side of the room was an identical bed, and set in the wall between the beds was a slightly dirty iron door. It's a bit hard for them to throw in a tutorial since it's a port. You've never seen anyone actually play in novel mode, but it does have more text. So we're in the Navy, says Comrade. No, that's all good. So yeah, let's try that. Literally, you have I speak typo as a second language. It just takes me a little bit sometimes to get past the literal description. In the ES version, you believe the dialogue was on the top screen, but the description text was on the bottom. That sounds cool. So yeah, let's try novel mode for a while, see how it goes. All right, we have the slightly dirty iron door. That looks more than slightly dirty, to be quite frank. You thought the creaking was actually nice.
That's...
The first thing Junpei noticed about the door was the number roughly emblazoned across it. On the surface of the door, in red paint, someone had written 5. I was like, S?
5.
No, it's an S. If you have any other questions about the 2 screens, you can probably answer them. Much appreciated, Q.
Thank you for the follow.
And thank you for the follow. As you can hear, we have an adorable little Lane who provides dialogue options for us. Everybody, let's toss up some skulls. Speaking of, if you want access to some of the hottest emotes on Twitch, you can hit that subscribe button, and I say that because they're fire-based. Also, I'm incredibly lascivious, especially after midnight. And a little bit of backseating is okay, just do not spoil plot. I hate spoilers. But if I'm like, I don't know what to do, then you can be like, you should go to the left. And Conan! I'm gonna wait a little bit.
Hi, Conan.
What's up, friend? The myth, the legend, the ever-generous, the patron Conan. Also the owner of potentially 4 hats. Hopefully they went well, friend. Hopefully everybody's doing well in the new year. Lascivious is definitely a word you never hear people use out loud. Oh, I'm also rather licentious. So, the new year has started, by the way. Hello. And if you're watching from the future or the past, hello from 2020. In fact, January 5th, 2020, the first show of the new year. Because I decided not to stream on New Year's Eve because I was hanging out with the missus. We were all cuddled up and watching Fire Force. Because she's not really into anime. And that's kind of like the fiery stuff is my jam. 4 hats? Such decadence. I know. And I made them all long too. You live exactly 1 hour before you in the future. Invest in craft. Noted. Singles or... That's a double entendre, not even lascivious. And people you know aren't into anime, but you want to watch. Oh man, no, I'm married to one. Here's the thing though, is that part of any good relationship is at least giving it a shot. Sometimes she's not into it, and to be quite frank, she doesn't feel comfortable reading fast enough and also keeping up with the dialogue. So I like to find series that have good dubs. And I'm a little particular. just a little. Like, I won't play the first Resident Evil game because of the dialogue. In the future, we use craft singles as a currency. Series that have good dubs, all 3 of them. Yeah, there are some, especially now that Funimation got their act together. I say this as though it hasn't been more than a decade. Quite a few of them are good. At least ones I'm not gonna go, but that being said, Yu Yu Hakusho is the only valid dub. I am inclined to also say Cowboy Bebop. You will anger the mice overlords. But the craft singles are for them. For without the mice, how do we keep the power running here? You actually didn't finish Cowboy Bebop? That's okay. People are allowed to like different things. That's the reason why we don't have Beige the movie. And if we all loved the same thing, my house would be super crowded, is all I'm saying. It's one of those you always catch random episodes of. Agreed. What I kind of like about Cowboy Bebop is that you don't have to sit from start to finish. It certainly helps, but sometimes you can just pick up an episode and you go, neat. Junpei says 5.
What's this 5 mean?
It's 1 more than 4, 1 less than 6, and 5 less than 10. Suspicious and still utterly confused, Junpei approached the door slowly. Standing at last in front of the door, Junpei grabbed hold of the L-shaped handle. A push yielded no movement, and a pull the same result.
It won't open.
It didn't matter how much he pushed and shoved, the handle wouldn't budge. Next to the door was an odd-looking device that reminded Junpei of a card reader. Honestly, in my peripheral, the squid-looking things almost look kind of like a lion rampant. I thought that was pretty cool. You have no feelings about Cowboy Bebop. You do like the music, though. The composer is one of your favorites. It was Yoko Kanno, right? By the way, if you don't have a pencil and paper, you would recommend it for this game. Got it. I will open I'll open MS Paint here in a minute.
What's this? Is this keeping the door shut?
The card reader's keeping? Yes. Oh, man, I love Yoko Kanno. Escaflowne, Aquarian probably was one of my favorite works just because sometimes it would be just complete and utterly random and I loved it. She does a ton, she has done a ton of things, will continue to do a ton of cool things, and we have the same birthday if I remember correctly. I don't know. Yuki Gajura. I probably butchered that. I apologize. I'm still warming my voice up. I may be familiar with her work, but I can't place it immediately. The minute you type out something, I'll go, right, or I've never seen that, and then I will squirrel that away for later. All right, and then moving on to decadence. What's this? Is this keeping the door shut? Says Junpei. And there's that heist. And I can read that in just a minute. Those of you who are in the know, you know what's going on, but those of you not in the know, heist is how you acquire embers. And you can spend embers by clicking somewhere around my face. Hit exclamation point heist in as many of your embers as you wish to wager in order to gain more. And don't worry, you get more passively. If you're a viewer, you get X amount of choice. If you're a follower, you get X amount of choice. And if you're a subscriber, you get X amount of choice of succeeding. And there's Conan, also going in big. Yeah, several popular. Orange Road, Dot Hack. Oh, I didn't know she did Dot Hack sign. That's awesome. Puella Magi Mud. Oh, yeah. Fate Zero. Yep. Ton of stuff. And there you go. Conan joining Claire. The Brian J joining Claire. And Kiyu also joining Claire. By the way, since we're at DEF CON 2, I have to mention P5P that so far, tentatively, we shall see you on the 17th of January. Because I'm not gonna work on the, I have to work on the 10th, so we can't do the 10th. For our next game. But that is a story for later in the evening and another time. Junpei knocked hard on the door. Like so.
Hey, hello? Is anyone there? Open the door.
There was no response. One of your nerd possessions is hard copies of all 4 Dot Hack original games with cases and such. The PS2 versions? I feel ya. I got them too. I went all the way to a Sam Goody to buy the 4th one back in the day. I didn't even have a PS2. I keep them around. Junpei threw his left fist into the door. Do not punch the metal door with a spray painted 5 on it. And stopped.
Huh? What the hell is this?
Look at that total success! All right. Everybody, you did great. The 4th one was so hard to find. Maybe one day I'll play that. Maybe one day. I haven't played a retro game in a long time, come to think of it. It wasn't sure. They're on your shelf next to Xenosaga. Nice. That game, I got all the way to the end, and then I needed a whole bunch of money, so I started gambling, and then I got bored. I really wanted to like that game more, especially because Xenogears I really enjoyed. There was a playthrough of that on the channel. For the 4th game, you forgot to return it to Blockbuster. Totally worth the fines, right? What are they gonna do, collect now? Hey, Claire, we've been insolvent for a decade, but we're gonna need some money from you. They kind of butchered it after the game one. You still love the universe. Yeah, they butchered it after game one, not the game one, excuse me. Junpei wasn't really sure what else to say. 5. I do like that watch. I am a huge fan of overly designed things, he says as he's got his minimalist watch on, but that's okay. I really like stuff like that. That's why I love Gal Gaigar. Speaking of Escaflowne, by the way, to kind of show you some of my nerd cred. You consider that a binding contract. It's better be on the next poll. You know what, for you, yes. In fact, I am actually gonna go to my notepad right this exact second. Click all the way down. I say my notepad. It's honestly not a notepad. It's a secret channel in the Discord that only I and Domo have access to. Let's see. Dot Hack Games. There are a couple. I'll find out which one I want to play later on. Game 1 was an amazing setup, and then it just completely got cut in budget and crap. Exactly. It was supposed to be 7 games. Now, y'all can swear all you want. I know Little Lane is watching right now, so I'm gonna keep my dialogue okay until roughly midnight, so don't worry. No. Only I. Only me. Only I will keep it on the low. Because Little Lane, the little voice you heard over previously, is currently watching. I let him watch for a little while, and then after a while, when I know he's asleep, then I will start actually speaking like, you know, an adult. By that token, I still do tend not to swear a lot unless I'm very exasperated or dialogue calls for it, but feel free. Now don't go like crazy. This game has a bit of violence. It should be okay. He's usually asleep in about half an hour, which means about 10 more minutes. Which is another reason why I tend to talk like that. And he kind of goes, or he'll have it on, he's just like, because it's more that he's just listening to me. If it's in 10 minutes, you're good. Nice, much appreciated. Junpei, on his left wrist, was a bracelet of a sort he'd never seen before. Would you not call that a watch? Like, that would be my initial impression, only because of the face. But I guess if it's not actually telling the time, it wouldn't be a watch. In the center was a large LCD display.
A watch? It doesn't look like one.
All right, thank you, Junpei. I'm glad we're on the same page. Didn't want to know beforehand if a kid is watching. Oh, exactly. That's the reason why. Oh, I tend to watch my a little bit, and then nothing too crazy. That's also the reason why when we played Spirit Hunter, he's like, "I want to watch you stream." I'm like, "No." So he was sad for a while.
That's the same as the door.
Really? True, the numbers were the same, but he had no idea what that might mean. All he knew was that it was strange and new, and he wanted it off. Junpei flipped his hand over, as if to remove a watch, but
What? How do I take this off?
the other side of the bracelet was solid. No buckle, no clasp, nothing. But okay. That's not solid. I will suspend my disbelief. The joys of playing anime Saw. I'm getting those vibes right now. I literally know nothing about this game. That's why I put first playthrough down here somewhere. Oh, and by the by, if you're so inclined, there's that Discord link. That's where generally can catch me when I go live, because I don't always post to Twitter. Because no matter what Twitch actually says, it is not integrated, as we definitely learned with P5P. All right, so allegedly, the back of the bracelet is solid, no buckle. It's like Saw, except you run from the malevolent murder maze master with a piece of toast in your mouth. And then I go, "Oh, so Ugu Senpai." Before you played this game series, Amazon accidentally sent you Zero Escape Watch. Ooh, when you were trying to order a Wii nunchuck. You had no idea what it was at the time. It was eerie foreshadowing. He sighed and flipped the thing back over. There were a number of rivets around the rim of the face. Perhaps...
Maybe pushing something on this will work?
He pushed them, but nothing happened. And then someone in the next room's head explodes because they have the shotgun collar on. Oops! Oh, can you imagine being accidentally responsible for somebody's death? That would be like, guilt. He opened it up the box and was like, "This is this crazy looking watch." And then it clamped on and someone's like, "Do you want to play a game?" And you're like, "No." And he goes, "Okay." On a watch, there might actually be dials for adjusting date or time. But on this bracelet, they did nothing.
Nothing. Damn. Guess I'll have to force it off.
Growing more desperate, he began to tug at it. However, I'm just gonna leave this arm vibrating here while I read more dialogue. That's how you found out it was the Nonary game. By the way, your name is Junpei. Awesome! So, hopefully that's not gonna get a little strange for you.
No good. This stupid thing won't come off.
Although it's like, "Here, Junpei, here's your watch." And you're like, that's a little too coincidental. And the guy with the scream mask is like, "Yes, put it on." A steel ring ran from the face, around Junpei's wrist, and back to the face. He wouldn't be pulling the bracelet off anytime in the near future.
What the hell is the deal with this thing?
Frustration and desperation were beginning to mix as the reality of the situation began to fully dawn on Junpei. Dawn fully didn't feel right. The third game had a limited edition version that came with watches. Nice. So much was happening, and none of it made sense. Junpei felt as though he were about to explode.
Where am I?
Eerie foreshadowing of the watch. If I can't remove a watch and it has lots of dials, I'm just gonna assume it's got some kind of explosive in it. That's all I'm saying.
And why the hell am I here?
Because everybody wanted you to have a single tap.
Why?
Because they wanted you to have tepid water.
What the hell happened to me?
That's why you don't go drinking tequila. I didn't hit any button.
My
That
head.
just happened. Pain bloomed, but he did his best to shake it off. He raised his head.
Huh.
Oh. It was at that moment that he noticed the window.
This is...
With a very oversized screws. The window was round, rimmed in riveted brass, like a window from an early 20th century ship.
Hold on. Am I on a ship?
Nope. Sound screen. Soundstage. It's always tequila, isn't it? Tequila tastes like bad decision making. We do have an in-house bartender who can provide ample suggestions. And she's quite skilled, too. Junpei walked slowly toward the window. He could see nothing beyond it but thick, impenetrable darkness.
I can't see anything.
But this thick, impenetrable darkness! I tell jokes when I'm nervous.
Dark outside.
Junpei squinted, trying to see something. Anything. Jump scare inbound? It was at that moment...
Huh? What the? Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
All right, Junpei, we're on the same page here.
What the hell is going on here?
Good thing we were awake. A crack split the glass of the window, and for a moment Junpei stared at it. Surprise, water! Then the window burst, and water began to pour into the room.
What the hell? God damn it!
That's the worst kind of water! Junpei yelled and spun around. His feet slipping on the water already coming through the window. He ran for the door.
Hey! Anyone! Is anyone there?
No.
Come on, if you're there, say something!
Marco. Now you say Polo. There was no reply. As Junpei screamed and pounded on the door, the water began to rise. It was now ankle deep on the floor and rising quickly toward his knees.
It's not stopping. Not good. Not good at all. Okay, I need to find a way out, and fast.
Junpei ran a hand across his forehead, brushing the sweat out of his eyes, and looked around the room. Seek a way out. Okay. Third class cabin. Okay. Operations during an escape. During an escape, you are restricted to an area. Your goal, search around to uncover how to unlock the door. There are items and hints in the room that will help you escape. Here we go, gameplay! 33 minutes in, but that's mostly my fault. Use the cursor to select a location you find suspicious to search the room. Use the left bumper or right bumper to walk around the room. Left stick controls. Move the left stick during an escape to use the cursor. Press X to speed up the movement. Press A to search where the cursor is placed. Got it? Alright, so A. About items. Once you've obtained an item, you'll be able to go to the item screen. Pressing Y will take you to the item screen. Or I could use the mouse, you're right. Note from bulletin board! Okay. Come, you love escape rooms. It's concentrated puzzle dopamine. The notes got that. Back. Investigate with an item. The item visible in the lower left is an item currently in hand. When you close the item screen, the last item will be in hand. If you hold an item while investigating the room, you may trigger a reaction. I've never played Phoenix Wright. I watched Choco play a little bit of one. It looked really interesting. Try switching out items in hand and search different places. Those sweet, sweet happy chemicals when you solve a puzzle. Oh my, yes. Press up to quickly change between items. Picture frame. An old picture frame. There's a picture of a ship on it. There's screws keeping them back on. There's screws keeping the back of the picture of the frame on. All right, noted. Can I, oh, okay, got it. All right, let's see. Can we get the tap? No. Shelf? There's nothing on top of the shelf. A bulletin board. There's nothing on it. All right. What is this? There's a towel next to the sink. Just plug up the hole with the towel. All right. So back out. All right. Kettle. Give me that. Okay. Open this. Let's see if there's anything in here. Looks like there is. Key? Yep, that's a key. All right. A little blue one. Small key blue. You've been playing Baba Is You, and never has a puzzle game made you feel so completely inept 1 second and then like a super genius the next. Fun fact, the Brian J actually played Baba Is You, and when things got a little super intense, I was kind of playing Baba Is You through Brian J, and I feel really guilty about that. But we did solve that stupid puzzle together. Definitely not for a door. Yeah, Leif kind of co-piloted. What's it for then? This key's blue. You get stuck. Some of them I got stuck on that you were like, I got it. Sometimes you need a co-pilot. Absolutely. Let's see. It's supposed to go to something else that's blue. All right. Looking at a pot lid. All right, it's back out. Search here. The door to the stove. Well, it opens easily enough. Sure wish the door to get out of here was this easy to open. Screwdriver! That solves the mystery whether the stove has been used before. What's this? It looks red. Screwdriver! Combine with picture frame. Well, the screwdriver got those screws off easily enough, and here's the picture. Picture of an old cruise liner. All right. Wait. All right. All right, so let's see. So 7, 4, 6, 3. 7, 4, 6, 3. Maybe. Oh, apparently the music stops right there. All right, let's see. So 7, 4, 6, 3. Okay, if this is to be believed. Normally, don't mind backseating as long as the first gave you a chance to try and haven't played that already themselves. Got it. Whee! All right, so that's the old cruise liner. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it just gives me the. So someone wrote a bunch of numbers and symbols on the back of the picture. Huh. Combining items. Select combine on the item screen to combine 2 items. If the 2 items can be combined, you'll receive a new item. If they cannot, then nothing will happen. Try out different combinations of items you find in your search. I want the stool, if that's a stool. I don't think it is. It's the stove. Got it. All right, luggage. It's locked tight. Let's see if anything in the keyhole. Can I, the lock with a brief, oh, hang on. Here. All right, so this, no. All right, back out. Back out. All right, so do this. All right, let's try that. There we go. All right, let's see what happens if I put this blue key in the keyhole. And nothing. I guess I'm gonna need some sort of code for the dial. Minigames! During an escape, your investigation may trigger one of several minigames. All operations from the minigames are done by using left stick, and A. Some minigames will require you to manipulate something, while others will only require you to apply the right object or press the right thing. Operation instructions. Pressing the dial will cause it to move to the next number. Enter 4 numbers this way and press the key. If the numbers are correct, it will unlock. 7, 4, 6, 3. Okay, so it's not that. People should use whatever makes the game the most fun for the one playing it. It's all recreation anyway. Agreed. All right. Damn it. Open, you stupid thing. I don't think it's gonna open if I whack it on the wall a couple of times. Might make me feel better. Not gonna help though. All right, Junpei, don't freak out. Keep it cool and look around for some more clues. All right, let's try this again. All right, so can we combine that? All right, won't give me anything. So red, 2 blue. Oh, maybe, ooh. And this is a whole different set of clues here. Let's see, file. Let's see, let's go, let's assume it's upside down. All right, so that's. Can I just, thank you. Go. That's fine. All right, so 1, 8. 1, 8 in the upper left-hand corner. 1, 8, 2, 9? Yeah, 1, 8, 2, 9. Let's try that. All right, 1. Oh, it only goes up to 5. Well, shit! Use a walkthrough for JRPG a lot, because missable items drive you insane! Yes, agreed. I'm all about the story. Give me the plot. All right, so this one goes all the way up to 9. This one only goes up to 5. All right, that's fine. Let's look for some more stuff. Middle bunk of the bunk bed. Thanks, all right. Move around. Pipe at the other end of the bed. There's nothing up top, all right? Red key. Small key, red. Small red key. Awesome, all right.
I should probably hold on to this key.
Noted.
Oh, what's up with my face?
What's up with your face?
I look like a zombie. Man, what the hell happened to me? How did I end up here? I left work, headed back to my apartment,
This is not the time to commiserate. Now is the time to get out of the flooding room.
and I'm back. Not like anyone will respond.
What?
Man,
No!
work was rough today.
No! The room is flooding. I don't want a flashback right now.
Huh?
Monkey Island did teach you to just touch everything, and if it moves, take it, right? And then rub everything on everything else. 9 times out of 10, when you see someone stuck in the games, it's because they haven't found something in the room they were supposed to pick up. Meanwhile, in the same game across town,
A breeze.
a breeze.
Huh, that's weird. Did I leave that open?
You're about to get roofied.
Everything looks okay. I must have forgotten to close it.
Haha, see?
What?
Remember, surprise water is not what you want.
I can't.
Also, surprise butt sex, not something you want.
Consider this a privilege. You have been chosen. You are going to participate in a game.
You're gonna play a game.
The Nonary game.
Alright.
It is a game where you will put your life on the line.
Okay. Meanwhile, back in reality.
Right. That guy with the gas mask. That son of a bitch must have taken me here. When I get my hands on him, well, I guess there's no way to know if that was a man or not. Just
Fair.
who was that? They said, you have been chosen. What the hell is going on? Why me?
Quit commiserating!
You are going to participate in a game.
We're having a flashback to a flashback.
The Nonary game.
The normal
It is a
game.
game where you
Roll credits. No.
The Nonary game.
What the hell is a Nonary game?
Okay. Back up. Alright, so now we're back here. Okay. What is this? What is this? Can we open this up? A lever, huh? Maybe if you pull it. Nothing. Alright, light's still red, display hasn't changed. Nothing on the bulletin board. Can we open the drain? There's a pair of simple chairs next to the table. The water's already up to the chair. The water just keeps pouring through the window. It's like a waterfall. I don't think shoving something in the window is gonna stop the water. In other words, if I don't want to die, I need to find a way out of this room. Yay, we're popular. People want to play with us. I don't know if being roofied is necessarily being played with. Well, I mean, you know, never mind. Anyway, moving in. Ooh, red briefcase. All right, there's a red briefcase on top of the shelf. All right, you've also got a 4-letter code. Locking this one too. Okay, let's see. You'll probably need a key for this lock. Oh, okay, fine. Nice sentence, bro. Anyway, the Brian J is joining the heist. And Claire's starting it, and Kiyu hopping in as well. Those of you not in the know, exclamation point heist and as many of your embers as you wish to wager to gain more embers to redeem for things like your very own Little Lane shoutout. Or eventually, if you hang out enough, you too can become a moderator. And you go, you sell that? And I go, well, if you get that many embers, that means that you like hanging out here and can be expected to do the job. So there you go. All right. Let's stick that red key in here. It's not opening. In fact, it's not doing anything at all. Well, all right. I take that back. I guess I can move the dial now. So it looks like I'm going to have to put in the right numbers and then turn the key. I do that. This thing should pop right open. Claire and Brian J, you made it. Kiyu, it's okay. You're just having tea. Because no one ever dies in my mini games. You're having tea with the fire giants. All right. This one goes to 9. This one goes to 5. This one also goes to 9. So, all right. So let's see. Back. Damn it! It's not opening. I wonder if anything I've got might have a hint. I think it should open if I put the right numbers and turn the key. Wow, what happened to me? Yes! Claire, you did it! 300,000 embers! And you did it all by yourself. Oh, alright, alright. Wait, why can't I not open stuff? Right, that's... Okay. All right, so I'm missing some symbols, obviously. And this is red to blue. Note from bulletin board. All right. So I'm missing something for sure. You don't know if some people I'm friends with that wouldn't have a mod sword without putting on a helmet first. Nice. No, and I also fully reserve the right to like be like, no. But no, getting what is it, 250,000 now? To be a mod? Okay, let's see, map. All right, cool. Back. Up. Okay, cool. Back, back, back. All right. So we have 2 briefcases. Nothing extra right now, right? Okay, is there anything to be found in here? Totally a stove. All right, nothing else in there. All right. Pipes down at the other end of the bed. There's a blue, all right, blue briefcase. All right, go over here. Pipe. This is a pretty poor excuse for a bed. Barely any space. Gotta die someday. Don't want it to be today, right? Ladder, right? Well, we can get up if we need to. I want to move. I want to look under here. There you go. Memo from the bed. Note, Scott. These symbols. No. All right. Still just 100,000. Got it. Do watch out and make sure you have a mod when you stream this because people like to spoil it more than the average game. Got it. Nothing else under the pillow. All right. Look at this one. I can reach the spunk. Might as well look through it. Damn, nothing here. All right. It's pretty high up there. Well, get up the ladder. Go up the ladder. Let's see. Can I? Okay, I can't interact with those screws. I don't think I have a screwdriver anymore. It's fine. Let's go here. Let's get to you. Can I take the towel? No, I can't. All right, that's fine. Bulletin board. Nothing on it. Memo from bed. All right. Oh, you know what? All right. Let's open the blue one first. All right, let's look at our items. Okay. So, so this starts it. Why is this so hard to rotate? Okay, now here's the thing. Are we going right to left or left to right? Something about Mr. Games makes the Twitch community lose their collective marbles and story details. Rotato potato, right? Once again, all right. So let's go, let's say from right to left. Right to left. Red is, and blue is, all right. It should not be this hard. Ugh, motherfucker. All right. Go down. All right. Let's see, we can do this. This. View all not achievements. I want screenshots. View screenshots. All right, let's see. That's not gonna be good enough. All right, let's see, do that. Do it. Paint! Jackbox, woo. Needs a different, yeah, oh my goodness, yes, yes. Fortunately, here, Jackbox, we had no problem. It was +5 proficiency. There was somebody that decided to voice their views on the world. Yeah. All right, let's see. So, let's see. Yep, it's fine, it's fine. All right. So, memo from bed. All right, red is 5, 4, no, 5, 6. Okay, so I know that, okay. So that means it has to be, because the thing is the second digit can't be higher than 5. So that means that this is not correct. So it has to be left to right. All right, which means red is X, X. All right, and is 8 and 5. Okay, that jives because the last digit can be 5, and that means blue is 0 and clear is 2. All right. Oh, if I hit the right button, Jesus. All right. There's actually troll bots that search Twitter chats for Jackbox codes. That does not surprise me. All right, so we said left to right. Okay, so that means red is 7 and 4. All right, and blue is 0, 2, 6. Oh, that may actually not work because I think the middle one couldn't be 6. And 3. All right, let's give it a shot. All right, let's try blue first. Yes, I know there's a blue briefcase on the bed. I'm trying to interact with the blue briefcase. Trying to give this another shot. All right, 0, 2, 6, 3. Let's see if these numbers work. I turn to the key and hey, looks like it's working. Yes! All right, let's open it up. Yes, it opened. Looks like there's something in here. What is this? A file? File screen. If you find any documents or notes during an escape, the information contained in them will be available on the file screen. Press right to open the file screen. All right, let's see what's in this file. Huh, digital root. Let's see here. Compute a digital root with the following steps. First, add all the numbers in question to one another. Oh no, digital root! If you end up with something greater than a single digit number, add the digits to one another. Okay. For instance, if you have a double digit number, add the number in the tens place to the number in the ones place. Keep adding digits in this manner until you have a single digit answer. You fell right into our little trap and smash. That final single digit is your digital root. Example, the digital root of 678 would be, let's see, so 13 and 20, let's see, 13 and 8 is 21, and so 3. Yep, all right. Therefore, the digital root of 678 is 3.
Who put this math in my video game? Disgusting!
The digital root of 1, 2, 3, 4 would be 3, 6, 10, 1. Therefore, the digital root of 1, 2, 3, 4 is 1. I see. So I just keep adding numbers until I get a single digit number. Oh, looks like there's something on the back of this thing. A notebook, a pen, a calculator, and a stack of key cards. Huh. Stack of blue key cards. Looks like some key cards. There's a number written on each card. 6, 7, 8. Does that mean something? All right, so in that case, it's what, 3? I think we just established? Yeah. Well, you got that really fast. Most people read those directions and are, what are they even saying? I've got you guys helping me along. That's the reason why. What's also hilarious is that I looked over at my screen capture for getting the code, and I was like, wow, chat hasn't moved in a while. And I'm like, it's a picture. Don't save. All right, moving on. New material's been added to the file screen. Calculator. Press. Calculator can also calculate a digital root, which will be important to the progression of the story. Okay, cool. So maybe I can get that faster. All right, this should be 7485 if I did this correctly. 4. Yes. All right, I feel like I hit that fairly quickly. I feel good that I did it as fast as I did. It's opening! More key cards. Stack of red key cards. All right, look like key cards. There's a number on each one. 1, 2, 3. All right. So that would be 6. So I have 1, 2, 3, and 6, 7, 8, which is 13, 21, 3. All right. If we even need digital roots for these. Okay. Back. It's a closet. I know it's a closet. 5. Cards with numbers on them. Pretty sure this is where I'm supposed to use them. All right, let's slide these cards and see if they work. And... Huh? It's not working? Why? Damn it. No, it's not right. I still have cards I haven't used. Damn it. Not again. There aren't any more cards in here. I've only got one other hint. Of course, the files. The file said something about a digital root. A digital root. I need, so I have to tell the game. It's, all right, so I need a digital root of 5, it looks like. I have to get a digital root of 5. There we go, all right. All right, let's see. All right, just slide the cards and give me a digital root of 5 through the card reader. Do I need to do 3? Operating instructions. Use left trigger. I gotta quit saying that. Use left stick and A to select 3 cards. Digital root of the selected cards will be displayed. Selecting reset will deselect all currently selected cards. After you've selected 3 cards, use, yep. All right. Thankfully, it appears to be I have all the time in the world in this flooding room. All right, let's see. So 1, 2, 3 is 6. 3 and 6 is 9. And 7 is 16, no. 9 and 8 is set, no. I wonder how long it actually takes for room to find. No, fair. Let's see. So 6 and 7 is 13, add together is 4, so 6, 7, and 1. All right, I think this is gonna work. Here we go, that's a new noise. Huh, did it just unlock? Well, that light was red, now it's blue. No doubt about it, there's nothing keeping me in here now. Time to go. Now, oh, good thing it opens out, because if it opened it, it'd be like, yeah, now push against all this water. You found it. Junpei doesn't really seem like the sharpest cookie in the bucket anyway. Get ready. Door opening animation! Followed by
Ow!
And now I'm all wet.
My head.
Release the Kraken.
That's what I call my, rum.
Wait, is it over?
Did I mean to say rum? I meant rump.
Whew. That felt too much like being flushed down a toilet. Damn. Well, better than drowning, I guess. Am I in a hallway?
Is drowning better or worse than having wet socks for the rest of the game?
Oh.
Junpei, how do you know what that feels like? It's so weird to hear voice acting with this game.
His poop. Wet socks.
Because it didn't on the original DS version.
A door. Another door. Damn this water. Ugh. Let me go. Oh, yes, it opened. What? What the hell? This is the inside of a ship?
Yeah, big ships are like little cities.
Well... yeah, that's what I thought. This is totally, Wait, what the hell? A wave? Oh, shit! Shit! Okay, I gotta get out of here. C deck.
Surf's up, dude.
B deck.
You're trying to act like everything's fine, but deep down, inside, your shoe, your sock, is slipping down.
Hurry! Hurry! A deck's next.
Watch it be F deck. We'll be like, motherfucker! Oh, hi, cookies! Hello! We know who we're gonna trust intrinsically.
People. A lot of people.
Behold, characters. Well, you're distinctly designed characters. Wait, I trust big cookies. Me too. That's why I married him.
I guess it's another one of us now.
Slight dip in the acting, and I think sometimes you get a bad read. Sometimes that's the only dialogue you get. I'm willing to give it another shot. Oh, by the way, let's see what command I did. I forget what I did. It should be under, there we go. So, because it's my channel and you can't tell me no, I'm gonna do this. Wow. Hey, by the way, since Two Flyer is here, you guys should probably go check out his game. Is all I'm saying. What's a boob? To be honest, hey Lev, have you heard of boobs? It's this new concept that this character will be exploring. I mean, do you mean my character will be exploring her... Never mind. What's up, boob? To be honest, I don't really like Death Game versus Danganronpa. What a mess, narratively, of implausible conveniences in the name of wrapping up tension. But watching someone else plow into one, sure. Yeah, we'll be plowing right into it now. You haven't played Danganronpa yet, mostly because it's so overhyped that you feel like no matter what it does, you'll be let down. I watched Rick play it and then get super duper frustrated and just literally rage quit out, and I was like, I'm not gonna play that. But this was highly recommended to me, mainly by Brian J. It's fun. So much fun. Danganronpa is, man, you'd explain your complaints that made you just go, nope, but they're big spoilers. Understood.
What was really funny is that someone was like, oh, I really want you to do the voice of the main character. Just imagine Mickey Mouse just a little bit crazy. And I did this.
And they were like, damn, that's really close. And I'm like,
I've never really heard it before. It's really anime, though.
A dancer?
no, a dancer has slightly more on the bottom.
No, I'm not. You better get moving.
That actually is really close to the main character's voice. Nice. You're a crusty old bastard. You have a low tolerance for anime cliche. Understood.
Okay then.
So far, speaking from, I'm kind of a snob when it comes to voice acting. I'm sorry, but so far, Junpei's a like, definite A. A plus? No. And that's only because we're barely into the game. Right now, we're starting at A. Live, lave, love. If you have low tolerance for anime, Danganronpa is definitely not your recommendation. Understood. There's a difference between watching someone entertaining play a game you don't take and playing it yourself. Agreed. If it makes you feel any better, VLR and Zero Time Dilemma both have top-notch voice acting. As long as it's not on the level of Resident Evil, we'll be okay. Because I literally can't play that game. Watch out! I'm like, You were almost a Jill sandwich. Speaking as someone who was forced, they took my cold read instead of my actual read for a dialogue. I get it, it happens, but...
Silver hair?
Why is that so strange? People can have silver hair.
Huh? One of us, huh?
I know that voice!
What?
Nothing.
Going up won't do you any good. There are 2 doors, but neither of them will open.
See, that was a cold read. You saw a great cosplay TikTok of Leon from RE2 slowly pushing an entire potted green fern into his mouth. I have some silver hair, me too! It's right here. Everybody's like, oh, look, your hair's shiny. And I'm like, that's gray. I'm a lot older than you think I am, and I'm okay with this.
Wait, hold on. The doors won't open?
Come on! Aren't you coming? You gotta hurry!
I know you too!
That's 9 of us then.
Oh yes, I am bleeding profusely from various open wounds. I'll smoke some green herb and heal. You've had it since you were like 16. Nice. This gray streak happened when I got the $84,000 bill from my son.
All of the cards are in hand.
Fortunately, when the insurance finally kicked in, it was less than that. Not by as much as you'd think, though. Oh, yeah, I remember going with the bill. And they're like, it's okay, don't worry. I'm sure once we figure out your insurance, it'll be okay. And I'm like, oh, could you not have told me that earlier?
Wait!
That's when your dreams die.
They're gone.
Unrelated to dreams dying, but related to money, we signed our refinance on our mortgage today, so.
Just what is going on? There's an old man like a lion, a girl with pink hair, and a prince, and I have no idea what they're talking about.
Huh? 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 Nani? Oh, sorry, hang on.
Nani?
There you go. Conan and Claire going big on that heist. You guys know the drill. ADR is fun, unless you're doing ADR all day long.
Ah! What was that all about?
That was funny.
Hey! What the hell are you just standing there for?
Okay,
Did you hear him?
That's good.
The doors on A deck are no good.
We gotta check the doors on B deck. Got it? Now go!
Whoa.
What do you mean? Did you hear him? The answer
Hey,
was
man,
no.
that was dangerous.
Huh?
That dude's
Four?
mountain's probably your fave. Nice. You have a chunk of silver hair. Just kind of like Rogue from X-Men. Nice.
And this one says
This one says 4. 5.
5.
Wait, that's my door.
They're the same.
No, they're not.
The room I woke up in had a number on the door just like that.
Just
You
like
too.
that. That was bizarre. You randomly got redirected to the P5P channel. Did anybody else do? Benny, welcome in, friend. I'm sorry I missed you. Currently, your name blurb is the exact same color as somebody else in chat. What's up, friend? I hope you're doing well. And everybody, I hope your new year so far is turning out great. And even if it's not, it's gonna get better. I have faith.
My cell was the same. A number upon the door. I opened it, ran down the hallway outside, and found myself in a rather grand room full of stairs.
I know
as
this guy too.
Suspected the rest of you.
I've actually met this gentleman. I just can't remember his name.
Me too.
Same for me. There was a door with a number on it.
Yes, we all saw the same thing. That's not important. We need to hurry.
Okay, now raising estimation up one, so they probably did take. So far, the characters' voices are pretty close to what you'd imagine.
You
Nice.
think I don't know that lady? Open! Damn it!
Go to your own door, Dirk.
Fuck, it's not opening. This damn thing won't even budge.
I gotta put my watch on it.
Out of my way.
Did you all plan to be kidnapped while in full fashion disaster mode?
Or was it a happy coincidence? Oh! Triple, snap, neck, head bob. Burn. What are you talking
Body
about?
slam from a guy that big didn't even budge it. There must be some other way.
Vacant.
This looks just like the device next to the door in that room earlier. So that means this door is probably locked too.
This is just how regular, normal. This is just how regular, normal people dress in everyday, regular life.
But still.
Did I show you guys when I used to dress habitually in like scene gear, which is what it would be called now? Back in the day, it was just called trip pants, including a navel piercing the size of a dinner plate. I mean, you know, you guys haven't seen my nipples, but no. Junpei, no, stop it!
Damn it! Are there any other doors?
Go to the 5. He had scarcely taken a step when, at the top of the stairs, next to an ornate clock embedded in the wall, he saw a person. I like her shoes. It was a girl. She looked to be the same age as Junpei. It's very important in ageist society that we establish that everyone is young. He froze, unable to look away from her face. But the dancer he was fine with? I don't know. He wasn't confounded by her beauty, or something equally silly. All right, game, I'm on to you. No, there was another reason he couldn't take his eyes off the girl. Junpei had seen her somewhere before. He couldn't quite remember where, but he knew he'd met her before. The girl, too, stared at Junpei, similarly stunned. Her response suggested she'd seen him before as well. Now presented your designated waifu. But I want a romance mountain! No. Which, by the way, if you want your very own choice of romance partners, or perhaps people just to befriend, in a game that's all about being more a visual novel and less a dating simulator, although you could date them if you want to. That's all I'm saying.
Huh?
Without saying a word, Junpei walked slowly toward her. She didn't move. It was almost as though she was held in place by some sort of magic spell. Every now and then, I want Two Flower to rate the dialogue, or if Enno was here. As Junpei stepped out onto her landing, the spell broke. No sooner had he set his foot down than the whole ship shook a second time. Okay, legitimately, the worst thing about this game is they voice act the ellipses. Yeah, speaking as someone who's done some ADR before, it's just like, all right. Because that ellipses exclamation point has a sound in everybody's head, and it tends to be unique to the person. Like, is mine. The quake caught the girl unprepared, and she fell.
Watch out!
Watch out! You're almost a Jill sandwich. Moving on instinct, Junpei leapt to catch her. Or so he thought.
Oh.
Oh. Madam, you're on my toast. Her face was far closer than it should have been, mere inches from his own.
Yeah.
So I go, that's how I would act that. Like, you're so close to me. You're actually putting less ellipses in your work now that you realize visually impaired voiceover software misses them completely. Fair. He was flat on his back, and she had landed squarely on top of him. The girl seemed as confused as he did, and her face suggested she still hadn't fully recovered from seeing him. For a moment that seemed to stretch for a very long time, they stared at one another, until she noticed the uncomfortable amount of heat emanating from his crotch. And he says, sorry, my panini grill is left on. The ship stopped shaking. Everything was quiet. Water could be heard from the bottom of the ship, lapping faintly at the walls and ceilings, but eventually, that faded as well. Damn, how long were we locked in this embrace? The silence was complete, a thick, muffling blanket. At last, the girl opened her mouth.
Oh my gosh! Is that you, Jumpy?
You're super duper ultra mega picky about writing! Me and dialogue. Don't worry. You totally reworked this dialogue. Anime trope! Seriously, the old, oh no, I fell onto your boobs first gag. Well, no, technically she fell onto our boobs. Rarely does an ellipses actually contribute to what you're writing anyway. The dame definitely embraces cliches. At least they didn't lampshade it. You played a VN, which, no joke, did the oops boobs followed immediately, oh my god, boobs reaction from the narrator. Maybe next she'll climb a ladder and he'll accidentally see up his skirt. And she'll get mad at you, right? She's gonna look up at our skirt. I'm gonna go, Baka! Jumpy. Her words echoed through Junpei's head, and suddenly, his memory returned.
Akane.
Speaking of someone who's had amnesia, it actually does work like that sometimes. It's like, oh yeah, and it all clicks back into, see, why hadn't he realized it before? The girl was Akane Kurashiki. You hate it when games do that. Lampshade a cliche, then immediately just do the cliche anyway, right? Like, oh no! She and Junpei had been friends in childhood. They'd gone to elementary school together for 6 years. Junpei got held back. But what was she doing on the ship? Her soft eyes were only inches away from his own. You think the author may have a type? And maybe projecting just a little? He could feel the warmth of her face. Feelings he thought long forgotten began to work their way to the surface. Please don't get me wrong, you're complaining left and right, but you were very entertained. Oh, no. You can complain about the dialogue all you want. He could feel his face heating up, and his panini maker roared to life and says, I'm gonna grill your sandwich. And that will hopefully not be what I'm remembered for. At that moment. Oh, shit. The author put all his fantasies in the dancer. Oh, nice. That's where all mine are gonna go too, and something else if you catch my drift. I welcome you all from the bottom of my heart to this, my vessel. Vessel also meaning the element of the soul. He could be called a soul brother. What?
What's that voice?
That would be a speaker, Akane. Look. The captain of the ship. I'm all about having, distortion. Especially when the distortion makes sense for what you're doing when you're doing additional dialogue. You can't overdo it, though. You are simply molded to the darkness. I was born in the ship. Oh, sorry, actually should be doing this. I was born in this ship. So, for those who may be listening to me in the background, I'm going to read Zero's dialogue out as...
I'm also the person who invited you here.
This is...
You're calling it now. Dancer dies early because the sexy girl has to be punished. At least one of the fancy dudes betrays you and you end up either with the safe waifu or have to die to save her. Not a spoiler, just guessing. Absolutely A-okay.
That guy in the gas mask!
Hey, asshole! What the hell is this? Come on out here. I want to get a look at you.
Their registers are really similar. In fact, it would not actually surprise me to find out if it was the same actor who did both characters.
What do you mean to do to us?
See, this is also where a good voice director comes in, because I know this gentleman is capable of significantly more emotion in his voice. Sorry, my son has a Funko Pop figure, and it's bothering me that he broke it. And I fell flat.
I mean to have you participate in a game. Some of you I know are familiar with this game.
You managed to call Evil Doll pretty early in Spirit Hunter. You did, even though I was trying to, I don't know a good euphemism that I can use, just in case Little Lane is still awake, although I don't think he is.
The Nonary game. It is a game where you will put your life on the line.
Nonary game.
Says the dancer.
What the hell's that?
Mountain.
The rules of the Nonary game can be found upon your persons. They are simple rules. Read them.
Play with her.
What is he talking about?
Have her play with me, maybe.
Hey, there's something in my pocket. Check this out.
Am I gonna need a fun time screen that I can go to? Are we gonna need to visit the library temporarily while Silver brings out what's in his pocket to the dancer? I got my finger ready just in case.
Hey, I got one too.
We will call them the numbered doors. The doors in front of you are a pair of the same. The key to opening these numbered doors are the numbered bracelets that each of you possess. Should you total the numbers on your numbered bracelets and find that the digital root of that number is equal to the number of that door, the door will open. Only those who have opened the door may pass through. There are, however, limits. Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door. All those who enter must leave. All who enter must contribute. The purpose of the game is simple: leave this ship alive. It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
Then it would seem Zero has seen fit to grace us each with a letter. Would you mind terribly reading it to us, young man?
On this ship, you will find a handful of doors emblazoned with numbers.
Wow, that's not at all what the dialogue says, but that's okay.
We will call them the numbered doors.
Mr. Crazy Mutterer, I was not prepared to do math homework today.
The doors in front of you are a pair of the same. The key to opening these numbered doors are the numbered bracelets that each of you possess. Should you total the numbers on your numbered bracelets and find that the digital root of that number is equal to the number of that door, the door will open. Only those who have opened the door may pass through. There are, however, limits. Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door. All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute. So this thing on my arm is a bracelet. The purpose of the game is simple. Leave this ship alive. It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
So we're gonna go upside down and open the door that says 6.
There's one last thing I must tell you. As you have no doubt surmised, this ship has begun to sink. On April 14th, 1912, the famous ocean liner Titanic crashed into an iceberg. After remaining afloat for 2 hours and 40 minutes, it sank beneath the waters of the North Atlantic. I will give you more time. 9 hours. That is the time you will be given to make your escape.
Starting now. This is starting to feel like that episode of
hear a
Criminal
bell.
Minds with Jason Alexander. I hear a bell.
I think it's coming from over by the stairs.
Okay.
It's the clock telling us the time.
Blink.
It rang 9 times, so 9 o'clock then?
So we have up until 18 o'clock.
I think it's 9 p.m.
Sorry. I couldn't stop myself. All right, so 3 hours to midnight and then 6 more hours. So we have until 6 a.m.
I couldn't see anything when I tried looking out the window earlier. It has to be nighttime.
Unless it's summer. In the Tropic of Cancer or Capricorn.
If that is the case, then we would need to escape by 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Now it is time. Let our game begin. I wish you all the best of luck.
I don't know why I suddenly started to go Mark Hamill-esque Joker.
Hey! You bastard! What do you mean by that? Come out here, you asshole!
All right, taking bets now. Silver is our hot-headed, hot-blooded, temper-ridden compatriot.
With a heart of
I
gold.
won't stop shouting. And the others. Ah.
Bleh. 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 They're all there.
He's a barking Pomeranian right now.
We're all getting to read our ellipses.
I have way too many questions.
That feels a little too echoey, but it works.
Who is Zero? What's the Nonary game? What's it for? Is he some nutjob just doing this to mess with us, or does he have some other purpose?
Yes, another purpose, to teach you. The sooner you can pretend the ellipses aren't happening, the better. Noted.
Why pick me to be part of this insane game? And the others?
That may never happen.
Why are these 8 people here? And the most confusing of them all. Why is Akane here?
Because
She's really Zero.
I haven't seen her since elementary
she
school.
has the scarf.
Why her? Why now? Coincidence? No. There's no way. There has to be a reason. I don't know what exactly, but there has to be.
See, okay, that between the but and there, that is a proper use of an ellipses. There has to be.
Very well.
Very well. You should use
Standing
a
around
hyphen.
here won't do us any good. Best we get moving, don't you think?
Get moving?
Are you planning to open the numbered doors?
Hey, wait! Wait, don't tell me you're actually gonna do what this Zero says.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm saying let's find another way. After all, we haven't really examined this place yet.
They capitalized the T in there. Bad punctuation. Yellow card. Foul. I am guilty of when I want you to have a particular amount of emphasis explained. Wow. Emphasis on a particular word when having speech dialogue. Like for instance, if I wanted to stress examined, I would have that capitalized. Emphysema, exactly. I would have capitalized it when writing out my own dialogue, often for me to read. After all, we haven't really examined this place yet.
What?
But after an ellipses, you don't capitalize. Correct.
Where have we not looked? Everyone searched A deck already, right?
Yeah, we were kind of in a rush though, so we probably missed some things.
You know what I just realized? We were on the advanced screen.
Why don't we check out the lower floors first? We should see how deep this place goes.
I can work with that.
Then let's go.
Lion. I like his name. C deck. That's what we can use with P deck.
What the hell? It's completely submerged.
Damn. If the water level keeps rising like this, we're all gonna drown.
No, I don't believe that's something we have to worry about.
The prince knelt down and gently drew his hand across it.
See? The water's not flowing. That means the origin of the water has been stopped. Perhaps this Zero fellow has used some sort of remote control to seal a watertight door lower down. He said that our time limit was 9 hours.
It's continuation of the current sentence. A pause like a comma, dash, or semicolon.
In other words, this water won't rise for 9 hours.
Well, you don't draw generalizations to a crazy person. Yep, that's also the reason why if you guys are here early enough, and if I forget to turn the bot on after I turn the stream on, you'll see the bot say Crusader Online with a semicolon for a long pause.
Then you're saying we won't sink till then.
Well, that may be a little too optimistic. No point to wishful thinking.
Fair.
That's depressing.
If we don't determine a way to advance from this point, we are stuck on A deck and C deck.
Looks that way.
Hey, hold on. How about we check C deck before we jump to any conclusions? We might find something there.
Huh, you're right. I think we should look at the metal doors by the big staircase, too. They're pretty suspicious.
No numbers on either door. And I don't see an authentication device either.
Why is it irking me that she didn't say either? I don't know why. That's perfectly valid to say either.
Nope. It's locked.
But I would have said either.
This one too. Damn, none of the doors are opening.
Hey guys, over here. There's another door behind the stairs.
This one doesn't open either.
We'll see about that. Hey, old man, give me a hand.
Now is he talking to Lion?
Using force, I see. Let's give it a try. It won't budge.
Could you not just start shouting out of nowhere? You almost gave me a heart attack, you know.
A whole boob popped out.
Oh, sorry.
It doesn't appear to have moved even with two of us trying. It's very well made.
Idiots. Try using your brain first.
To be fair, using your brain says to try using force.
Huh?
Because the door is only as strong as its lock. However that saying goes. Audiobooks can get you like that too if you're used to a specific pronunciation of a word.
Take a closer look.
It's got a keyhole. Or a key hole. A lock.
A keyhole.
Okay, fair.
Right. It's obvious what we need to open this door.
A knob! Speaking of bell ends, no.
A key, huh?
You got a problem?
I don't got a problem, you got a problem. Total success! Claire and Conan sneaking into that vault all solo-like.
No, I just really doubt we'll find a key that easily.
Says you. I found two. Ignoring the tense air between the two, Junpei moved closer to examine the doorknob.
What's this?
You know what? Fair, because if someone had told me that was a doorknob, I might go, huh, because it looks to me like a keyhole. Just above it was a strange mark in the shape of a circle surrounding a dot.
There's a mark on it. Does it mean something?
It's either an eye.
Hey, look! Over here, too!
Pink Hair was looking at double doors they hadn't examined yet,
More doors.
with keycards.
I think they're elevators.
Okay.
There's an inverted triangle button by them.
May as well try pressing it. Huh. Nothing.
Maybe the power isn't on.
Or we need to do something with this card reader.
Thank you,
There's a
Junpei.
strange mark here, too.
Is that the symbol for Jupiter? No, that's the 4, right? What planet is that?
What is this? It looks like a lowercase h with a dash drawn across the upper stem of the H.
Junpei stared at it for a while.
This is the symbol of Saturn.
Thank you.
It's an astrological symbol.
Then the mark on the other door.
think that was the sun symbol.
You know what? To be fair, I didn't know the sun had a symbol.
We saw the same symbols on A deck.
We did?
I don't remember that.
A-deck, huh? I haven't been there, so I wouldn't know.
We may as well check again since we're talking about it.
Lion's words urged them on, and they took the stairs up.
There, the 2 doors next to the stairs.
Don't you know you never split the party? Is that the sun symbol on? No, that's the clock.
The one on the left had a keyhole with a similar symbol engraved on it.
She's
Okay.
right. It looks similar to what we saw downstairs.
Looks like a target to me.
This is an earth symbol.
Okay, so Earth symbol is the cross.
The horizontal line symbolizes the equator, and the
I see.
Sorry, I got bored. Junpei looked up at the ceiling.
The ceiling. It's as if it's covering something up.
He looked at the ceiling. The ceiling.
Perhaps it was a dome of some kind.
I wish we could get out through there.
We could. And get crushed by water pressure.
Be realistic. We'd need a lot of explosives to open that up.
That is not true. You just
The
need a
windows,
lightsaber.
too. Huh. They're all covered.
And severely bolted, it looks like. Junpei looked at the ceiling. He was then transported to the red cap switch level. There were several windows along both sides of the ship, or at least there had been. They, too, were covered with metal plates.
In other words, we're trapped. All the exits go nowhere.
Junpei was not happy. The girl with the pink hair spoke up.
Well, I'm sure they go somewhere. We just can't open them.
Then the mountain spoke.
You don't know that. For all we know, they just open into walls or take us in circles.
The prince did not agree.
No. I'm sure they go somewhere. Otherwise, what point would there be?
I mean, to be fair, we are in the, game of a serial killer, so...
And we can open them. Well, 2 of them at least.
4, 5. Right?
Oh, you mean the numbered doors.
All eyes turned toward the doors with numbers on them. The atmosphere in the room grew tense.
Hey, wait a minute. I think I said this earlier, but I don't think we should do that.
The dancer moved in front of the doors as if to block them.
We'd have to be crazy to open these doors.
I don't see another choice right now, really.
If we do that, we're doing exactly what Zero wants us to do.
Suddenly, everyone began to speak at once.
May as well give it a shot. Can't stay here forever.
Yes, I'm in favor as well.
No, I'm totally against this.
But shouldn't we at least try?
Oh, you don't have to remind me. Not at all. There's some of my favorite things, Cookies. Your loving mountain is a name. The mountain spoke is such a great line.
We don't know what'll happen. We should stay here.
But thank you, TBJ. I appreciate it.
We don't have time for that. In 8.5 hours, this ship is going to sink.
No, it's not. I mean, it's apparently time is skipping forward. Oh, so many lewds. The clamor of voices made it next to impossible to determine who was saying what. Their arguments grew more and more intense until people were shouting and screaming at one another. Junpei just said,
Hey, shut up!
I'm the leader, because I'm the protagonist with the controller!
They fell silent and all eyes turned to Junpei. He felt each stare burning into him, but he refused to flinch.
Before we try and decide where we're going to go, there's something else we ought to do.
What's that?
Touch foreheads.
We need to exchange information. We don't know anything about each other. I want to know who you guys are. Who you are, where you came from, why you ended up here. Don't tell me you aren't curious too.
They were silent. Some of them looked the other way, or bit their lip, or crossed their arms and stared at the ceiling. But one of them spoke up. It was Akane.
I agree. I think Jumpy is right.
Jumpy?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about him. I just call him Jumpy. His name is Junpei.
She pointed toward Junpei.
We're childhood friends. We went to the same elementary school.
Hey, stop! Don't tell us stuff we didn't ask you about.
Exposition time!
Zero's probably watching us right now. What are you gonna do if he's listening in?
Oh, would that be bad?
Hell yeah, it would! We don't know how much that bastard knows about us. Maybe he just picked a bunch of random people to kidnap. If that is the case, then it'd be dangerous for us to let him know too much. If Zero knows who we are, he could go after our families.
Zero, yeah, exactly, Two Flowers. Zero already knows who you are.
Maybe he'd tell us he had him to get us to do stuff, you know?
But we still need to know what our names are. It's going to be hard to talk to each other if we don't have names.
Well, code names.
Alright, then why don't we have code names?
There I go guessing shit again. He literally grabbed you. I know. To him, apparently, it seemed like the obvious solution.
Code names?
Yeah, we'll each pick something. Like, I'll be 7.
Okay, stop. Did you feel my brain begin to come out of here? The obvious solution? What's up, Gerbo? I want you to try to guess their code names before they reveal them. Okay, so the mountain is 7. So Akane will be Brad Pitt, doing a dubious at this game.
7? Why are you 7?
Because my bracelet says 7. It seemed a fair question. The mountain stuck out his left arm.
Because this bracelet number says 7.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, that's a good idea.
He smirked. All right, Silver Mountain only has 2 syllables. 3, 6, 7, 8. No, because mountain has 8 letters, and silver has 6. So, 6?
All right, I'm gonna be Santa.
What?
Any of you chumps know Japanese? No? Well, san means 3. So, I'll be Santa. You know, like Santa Claus. Fits, don't you think?
Okay. We'll freely admit, didn't guess that one.
Then your bracelet number.
It's 7 to Claus.
Yeah, it's got a 3 on it. Good job, Grandpa.
Brian J., what did you get me into? Just like the mountain had done, Silver thrust out his left hand. Sure enough, the face of his bracelet read 3.
Very well then. I'll go next, shall I?
And if you know Japanese,
All right, lion. All right. Number 1. Punjail. Already.
My bracelet number is 1.
All right, I guessed that one correctly. So let's see. 1 in Japanese is ich. Or ichi. Strawberry.
Given that, I think ace seems appropriate.
Okay, fair. Ace.
I'll be Lotus then. As I'm sure you all know, it has 8 petals.
I know that now. Thank you, Lotus.
Which means, of course, that my bracelet number is
8.
8.
They're
I would
really
appreciate
hitting
it
over the
if
head
you
with
would
this.
call me Snake.
Snake Eyes, so he's 2.
My bracelet number is 2.
We're all selecting thematic code names because reasons. Why are they driving this home so hard?
Since Ace has chosen cards, then I choose dice. Snake Eyes, clearly. Which is particularly relevant given that I am blind.
Also, stop calling them bracelets, they're watches. They don't tell the time, technically. But I said the same thing earlier. You can't see? Style, man. Style at all costs. So Ace, why are we calling him Lion and not Ace? He said his name.
I knew it.
Wait, hang on. Let's do this. Okay, it still says Dancer on that screen. He kept his eyes closed during their entire ordeal, which had suggested something strange, but to hear it said so casually, it was something of a surprise. Everyone seemed a little nervous at the prince's proclamation, but no one seemed to know how to react to it.
Me next.
You need to understand this game is about 75% exposition, and of that exposition, 20 is relevant to what is currently happening. It's got Metal Gear Solid syndrome. You mean he's not just Brock, right? Speaking as someone who has little eyes, I get it. Everyone is like, oh, are you high? And I'm like, no, I just don't need to open my eyes like this constantly while I'm walking around. Or even worse, to do this. What if he's blind? How does he know his number? Fair, Claire. So you're saying this game is a weapon to surpass Metal Gear? The girl with pink hair. Dad joke, what's the difference between a piano, a tuna, and a bottle of glue? You can't piano a tuna, but you can tune a piano. The glue? I knew you get stuck on that one.
I want to be Clover.
4.
You know, like a 4-leaf clover. Good luck, right?
Looking almost bored, she held out her left hand. The face of her bracelet showed the number 4. They'd come around to Junpei. He held out his bracelet.
All right, my number's 5.
My number's 5. I think it's for the translation, Gerbo. I can see that. I've done that with people who are ESL.
So my code name is gonna be...
Do I get to pick it? All right. Jail, I didn't... sorry, Claire. All right, so I'm gonna say, Satan, no.
You know, like a pentagram has 5 points. See, like Santa Claus, only I'm Satan. I'm Santa for dyslexics.
No, this is just spiraling out of control. All right. Sorry. Let's see, what else is 5? Nissan Go Q, Cube. Kyudai!
Why have one? It's not like there's any point to it now.
The dancer cut him off in mid-sentence.
I mean, we all know your name already. You're Junpei.
Oh, yeah.
Hexagon has 6 sides.
Hexagon -1.
No, man is 5 and the devil is 6. No, but the pentacle has 5 stars. The pentagram, excuse me. Sorry, if it's written, it's a pentagram. If it's an object, it's a pentacle. They all nodded. Akane stepped forward nervously.
Then you should all call me by my name too. Because, I mean, it doesn't seem...
Penta is 5, got it.
It doesn't seem fair to Jumpy.
You can call him Jumpy.
You're thinking it's not cool for you to hide your name after you told us his.
Exposition. Akane fidgeted awkwardly. Junpei decided he had to do something.
What's your bracelet number?
Not 9. Let's see, I'm gonna say she's 7, cause she's sexy.
It's 6.
She's 6, cause she's
Sexy.
I'm sorry. Hey, that's the same finger from the purple-haired chick. The thumb with the nail. Cause that irks me. She hesitated for a moment and then held out her left hand. As she'd claimed the bracelet, I almost said clamored. As she claimed, the bracelet's face showed a 6. Junpei looked at it for a moment and thought.
All right then, why don't we call you June?
Because that's close to Junpei?
June?
Yeah, you know, it's the 6th month of the year. So you're June.
Jumpy?
That won't get the least bit confusing. Right. Akane kneaded her hands and looked up at Junpei, uncertain. He smiled back at her, reassuringly.
Are you good with that?
Are you good with that?
Yeah.
Ooh. She thought about it for a few minutes. She thought about it for a few more minutes? Like, we're having a conversation. You can't think about something for minutes and expect dialogue to flow well. She thought about it for a few more minutes, then seemed to come to a decision and gave Junpei a small nod.
Okay then.
As we're all like sitting in silence going. Okay, so 8 was the highest number we appeared to have. Their names decided, Junpei ran over them quickly in his head.
So this is how everyone breaks down. 1 is Ace. 2 is Snake. 3 is Santa. 4 is Clover. 5 is me. 6 is June. 7 is 7. And 8 is Lotus.
Probably makes more sense in Japanese. Fair. After a long, awkward pause, they continue.
That means 8 of us have revealed our bracelet numbers.
Well, that's just it. It probably means that they're going, oh, your name is Ajun. No, it's bad. I'm bad. I'm a bad man. I'm sorry.
The only one left is...
That glasses guy with hair like a bird's nest.
Who's still going, ah!
You haven't said a thing so far, have you?
His skin was pale, his breathing was heavy, and he was soaked with nervous sweat. He literally has not said a word yet. His behavior seemed very suspicious, or perhaps simply emotionally unstable. It was difficult to tell. Guess who gets the barbiturates first? Whatever the case, it seemed clear that he had only a fingertip's worth of a grip on his sanity. The girl with pink hair, Clover, walked up to him slowly. She put her hands on her hips and eyed him suspiciously.
What number are you?
There we go, now we're calling her Clover. He's like, I know speak English. He didn't answer. He doesn't actually have... All right. Time out. Where are the bracelets? Right here. Left arm. Bracelet. I think with her, it may be under that, but where are the bracelets? Under their sleeves. Fair. His bloodshot eyes twitched from person to person, and his breath came in hot pants. His breath came in hot pants. I'm gonna read that again. His breath came in hot pants. And now we're all uncomfortable.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
The man licked his dry lips with a shaking tongue and spoke with a voice like old paper. This is how I imagine he would speak.
Isn't it obvious?
As long as we're equally uncomfortable.
There are 9 people here. And you know who numbers 1 through 8 are.
Blow me where the Pampers is. I don't think you want to be blowing some Pampers. What's up, Inspiril, by the way? Welcome in, friend.
I'm the only one left.
So that means you're 0.
So you're 9?
No.
Yeah.
He extended a trembling arm. The bracelet did indeed say 9. Or 6. Clover looked at it contemptuously.
What's your code name?
Code name?
What do you want us to call you? We all made up names. You should too.
I don't need one.
Why not?
I don't need one. I'm gonna die.
Because I am not gonna stay here with you.
He took a shuddering breath and exhaled. Clover looked at him with something very like disgust. Clover looked at him with something very like disgust. That's exactly how it's read.
You've got some sort of plan?
I do.
Getting the fuck out of here!
Yeah? What's that?
Find the door with a 9 on it.
You sure you want to know?
He's gonna murder everybody?
Yeah?
He did take the breath from his pants.
All right.
He huffed
them.
them.
Let me show you.
No! I was kidding. It would have been hilarious if the music had stopped right then.
I'm gonna do this!
Do not take off your pants! Getting the fuck out of there seems the most sensible. Do not assault the suspiciously maybe underage lady. By the time they realized what he was doing, it was too late to stop him. The man's body moved like a snake's. In the blink of an eye, he had slid around behind her and wrapped his arm around her waist.
Hey! What the hell do you think you're doing?
Silver, Santa, leapt forward toward Clover and the 9th man. He was halfway there when...
Stay back!
Suddenly, the man's hand dove into his pocket.
Ah!
He held it to Clover's pale, quivering neck.
If you get any closer, I'll cut her open!
Into his pant pocket. Viridian, if you're awake, I suspect Little Lane may need to be going to bed, and I don't see his name in chat, so I suspect he already fell asleep.
Yeah, that's right.
The man's smile was neither friendly nor reassuring. Sweat poured down his neck, soaking the collar of his shirt.
Clover, are you all right?
The prince, Snake's voice sounded oddly concerned.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Her voice shook, making her words even less convincing.
What the hell are you trying to do? I told you. This is my plan.
What are you gonna do to her, you sick son of a bitch?
Don't worry. I'm not gonna do anything to her. If she just does what I tell her to, I'll let her go.
All right, so together they will, well, you need 3 to 5 people, but you can open the 4th door. But the 2 of them, along with Ace, can open the 5. Oh, I like that sound. Sorry.
Slowly. That's right. Just follow me.
Keeping their distance, Junpei and the others followed. Eventually, the man reached the wall. He gave a start as his back touched it, then glanced around quickly and spoke.
Here. Verify. The left. Look on your left. Do you see the device on the wall? Place your hand on the scanner panel, the round part.
What if I don't?
I'm gonna cut you. The man's nostrils flared and he looked like he was about to choke.
Are you an idiot? What do you think? I could slit your throat right now. I'll kill you if I have to. All I need is your bracelet. Just do it. Do it now.
He pressed the knife against Clover's neck, hard.
Okay, I'll do it.
Slowly, she stretched her left hand out towards the device.
Like this?
Her back was to it, and she had to feel around for a moment before she found the circular panel. It said, put your watch on it. Or put your whatever. It made a cold electronic noise, and on the display above her hand, an asterisk appeared.
So that's how it works. He called that round part of the device the scanner panel. If we put our left hand on it, our bracelet number gets entered into the device. Then...
Should you total the numbers on your numbered bracelets and find that the digital root of that number is equal to the number of that door, the door will open.
Alright, so we have 4 in there already. I don't know what door he opened, though. If it was on the left, I suspect it's the 5? There we go. Junpei shifted his eyes to the door itself. The number on it was 5.
Door 5.
Door 5. By the way, this is echoing. Is this a thing? This is a thinking think time, yes.
But why does this guy know so much about how this thing works? It's like he knows exactly what to do.
It's like he's been here before.
Good. You're done. Next.
His bloodshot eyes crept from person to person until finally, they stopped on the lion, Ace.
You, right? You're the one with the number 1 bracelet, right?
Alright, so I already called the digital root.
Yes, I am. So?
Well, with hit.
Then you're next. Just verify your number like this little brat did. What are you doing? Do it! Don't you care what happens to her?
Okay, just calm down.
Ace held up his hands, palms out. The 9th man jerked his chin toward the device.
I'm coming over.
Slowly, cautiously, Ace moved towards the device. Toward the device is what it said, but towards, I believe, would be more accurate. After what seemed like an agonizing eternity, he reached it.
Now, verify.
All right, this is what you wanted, right?
Ace nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. The device beeped again, and a second asterisk appeared.
Now the device has both Clover and Ace's numbers, 4 and 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. It's the same as the number written on the door, but it won't open yet.
Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door.
One more person. If what Zero said is true, he needs one more person. Who? Who does he need?
Self.
Get back!
His voice shook, but the knife he held to Clover's throat made his words a command. Ace took 2, then 3 steps back.
No! Farther! More than that! Go all the way back!
Okay.
Slowly, Ace did what he was told. The 9th man's lips curled into a cruel, twisted smile.
Wait, don't tell me.
That was when Junpei understood his plan.
Clover's 4 and Ace's 1. Added to the 9th man's 9.
Makes 14.
4 plus 1 plus 9 is 14. And the digital root of 14, 1 plus 4, is 5. In other words...
Thank God you were all so cooperative. Now I can get out of this nightmare.
It's not... He pressed his own hand against the scanner panel. So he is clearly the person who played before. A third asterisk appeared on the screen. He dropped his hand to the lever on the side of the device and pulled. Which hand, though? The knife hand or the hand that had her? Because if it's the hand that had her, she could get out away from the knife, maybe. Door opening animation! The door opened with a heavy, metallic groan.
Good! I don't need you anymore.
He let go of Clover.
Wait!
Junpei leapt toward the ninth man, but he wasn't fast enough.
Here! She's all yours.
The man shoved Clover and hopped through the door.
Okay. Have a good one, guys. I'm going off ahead now. Well then, goodbye.
It did say everyone who... Well, it did say everyone who entered had to do something, and everyone who entered had to leave. He raised his hand and waved, a twisted smirk on his face. Then he was gone. The door ground shut with a dull clang of metal on metal.
Clover, are you all right?
Snake ran to Clover's side as she lay on the floor.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Just a little blood. She climbed unsteadily to her feet, and once there, leaned heavily on Snake's shoulder for support.
Damn it!
Junpei ran to the door.
That bastard!
The others followed him. Several pairs of hands grabbed hold of the handles and pulled.
Open, damn it!
They grunted and strained, but...
Shit! It won't budge.
Let's see. 5 and 4 is 9. Plus 5. Yeah, that'll make 14. There we go. So 3, 4, and 5 will get us in there. That was when Lotus, the dancer, spoke. Her voice was quiet.
Do you hear something?
Like, what?
Like some sort of beeping.
Junpei pressed his ear against the cold metal of the door. The others did the same.
You're right. I can hear it too.
What is it?
They heard something else. It was the ninth man.
Why isn't it stopping? God damn it! You lied!
Lied?
This wasn't supposed to happen! This is wrong! This is wrong!
His voice shook with fear. Safe on the outside, they stepped back from the door and looked at one another.
What is happening in there?
I have a suspicion that you need to all be in there.
You. Help me! Please get me out of here! Get me out of here! Ah, God damn it!
Junpei grabbed hold of the device. He slammed his hand on the scanner panel. Nothing happened.
Why? Why won't it work?
I bet everyone who opens the door has to go through. Exactly. I believe that was mentioned previously.
Engaged? Is it because it's occupied?
It's faster.
Oh my god, there's no time left. Listen, I was lied to. He lied to me. He put me in here. It was him. He killed me. It was him.
That's one thing I have trouble doing is to scream without being super loud. Otherwise it's like, ah. Ellipses. The explosion rocked the room. Instinctively, they ducked, then stood up slowly when they realized there was no danger. No one spoke. Silence filled the room.
A beep?
All eyes turned toward it.
Did
Now
that
it
thing
says
just
vacant.
make that sound?
It did, in fact.
The display changed from engaged to vacant.
Thanks, June.
Let's see if we can open it.
7. The mountain swallowed hard.
Okay.
Junpei nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. Why? Alright, so there's 5, and a red asterisk appeared on the LCD panel.
Well, it registered my bracelet number, but it won't open with one person. We need at least 2 more people.
What to do? Hey, oh, okay, so it tells me. Nice. 2 and 7. So basically, we just need to get to 8. Alright. So let's look at it this way. Okay. Who do we want to take with us now is the question. All right, so originally my thought was 356, right? I think so. Or was it 435? No, 435 is 7 and 5 is 12 is 3. No, that wouldn't have worked. So whatever I said before, I think my math was wrong. I think I was too hung up on the dialogue to properly math. You vote Snake and Sharon. Sharon, got it. There's Claire's vote. Insert random 3D animation, right? But it's cool. Apparently this was a DS game originally. That's pretty awesome to think about it that way. All right, so everybody, why don't you think it over for just a bit? It seems the least useless members. Think it over for a bit. I am going to go take care of something very quickly. I'm going to see you all back in exactly... Hello and welcome back. Hopefully you got yourselves a little snack. I grabbed a caffeinated beverage, which is not really what I should be doing when I'm trying to voice act, but I am starting to feel my fatigue. So we're probably gonna go maybe another hour instead of the normal 2 that we would. But so far, hopefully everybody's been enjoying this. And that's exactly why you don't want carbonated beverages while doing voice acting. How am I liking it so far? So far, so good. I mean, I know it's the intro puzzles, but I felt like I did some good amount of amount of maths to get there. Like, I feel like I clicked that pretty good. It doesn't mean I'm not gonna go, fuck, I'm an idiot later on, but I feel like I'm doing it so far. I'm glad y'all are digging it as well. And you know where that follow button is if you want to see more. All right, so far the vote is Snake and 7. Yeah, they seem alright. You feel like we'll see the other characters again. Fair.
Snake, 7. You think you could give me a hand here?
The pun was a little too on the nose, but the mood was still grim. I almost don't know if I consider that a pun. I mean, I know you have to put your hand there, but... Q was correct. The ellipses. Both Santa and June lifted their left hands silently. He verified, and she followed suit. What? What? I didn't pick them! So...
5 plus 2 plus 7 equals 14. The digital root of 14, 1 plus 4 equals 5.
Thank you for literally driving it home for like the 5th time, but I get it. I have been guilty of not getting what the game was putting down before, so that's okay.
Now we just need to pull the lever on the side.
Okay, so to be fair, did June and Santa just do it? Because that's what the dialogue said, that June and Santa did it. Not Mountain and... Am I wrong? Did I read that out loud, and I think that would be wrong. Because I asked for 7 and... Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah, okay, that was an error from the original. Okay, cool. I feel better. That way I'm not like, oh, because that was definitely a 2 and a 6 and a 3 that I saw on the hands.
You guys ready? I'm gonna open it.
Junpei grabbed the lever and looked back over his shoulder. They stiffened and nodded. Junpei nodded back and set his mouth in a grim line. Then he slowly lowered the lever.
Door open!
There was a metallic groan and the door slid open. A breath of air drifted out of it, carrying a stench that nearly made them gag. Junpei grimaced and put a hand over his mouth.
Oh my god.
Alright, so maybe animated violence and blood and gore. This is a potential trigger warning. This is a blind playthrough for me. I probably should put that in their blind playthrough versus first playthrough.
Good God.
I imagine we're gonna see 9 guy exploded. Reminds me of a game I used to play and still love called Armored Core. There was a mech called Ninebreaker that I loved. 7 grunted.
Whoa, that's pretty bad.
Even Santa's voice shook.
He blew up.
It appeared that Santa was right. The hallway on the other side of the door was splattered with chunks of torn flesh and dark red blood. The shriek echoed across the room. It had come from June. Then her strength left her and she dropped. As Junpei turned to catch her, the door groaned shut. She crumpled to the floor.
June, are you okay?
So I don't think it mattered who you picked, because no one went in. They'd have gone, shit! Junpei dropped to his knees and put his arm around her shoulders.
She's in love with us!
No, that was when he noticed. Her whole body was feverish. She was radiating intense heat.
What the hell? Where'd this fever come from?
Attraction. June didn't answer. Her face looked like wax, and her whole body began to shake.
All right, okay, let's just rest for a minute, okay? You think you can walk?
Claire and Conan going big on that heist. Anybody, if you're so inclined, here's how you get more embers. By the way, we just passed hour 2, so it's time for me to shill. So sorry. My name is Lavelane. It doesn't say it on my shirt today, and if you're into hearing a lot of dialogue read out loud by someone who does voices and usually keeps them consistent, then I'm the channel for you, and you know where that follow button is. Every Tuesday and Sunday at 9 p.m. Central, barring any kind of holiday, or, well, really anything else that would delay my schedule. And maybe, still kind of thinking about it, and I haven't actually said this out loud yet, but maybe every Friday I'm not doing +5 proficiency, I might be doing Elite Dangerous. I'm gonna call it Flyby Fridays, because that sounds cool, and I really wanna play Elite Dangerous. She nodded, weakly. Junpei lifted June to her feet and guided her to a nearby empty chair.
Here we go.
As gently as he could, he set her down in it.
How are you feeling? Are you all right?
She's gonna, look up and go, blah! She nodded, and as she did, a single, huge tear rolled down the side of her face.
Why? Why did this happen?
Okay, so her watch is on top of her sleeve. So if we don't see her character art have a watch, we know something's wrong. Her voice cracked, broken by misery and grief and choked by sobs.
Why did this happen?
Junpei spun around.
Do any of you know what the fuck is going on here? Who's Zero? What's this Nonary game? Come on! Anybody? Anything?
Conan made it out! Claire, you're having tea.
What the
With
hell
the
is going
giants.
on? What are we doing here?
What are we doing here? No one spoke. Ace, Snake, Santa, Clover, Seven, and Lotus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. They simply stood there, 7 pairs of downcast eyes, and 7 grim lines for mouths. June's body shook with silent sobs. They slowed as the minutes ticked by, and eventually they stopped.
I was a little thirsty.
Then suddenly, in the cold, heavy silence that had enveloped them like a thick fog, a bell began to ring. We've lost an hour, the clock in the central hall. 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And then, on the 10th ring, it stopped. The sound of the bell faded away into silence.
It's 10 o'clock then.
Ace said what each of them had been thinking.
That means it's been an hour since Zero's little announcement.
Seven's deep voice echoed across the room.
Fuck! I've had enough of this crap!
Santa leapt to his feet, his fists clenched.
How long are we gonna pussyfoot around like this? We've only got 8 hours until this time limit Zero is going on about is up! Let's get going already! Go! Go!
Santa's outburst fell on deaf ears. No one seemed to agree with him. They stared back at him, their eyes blank and their faces tired. Finally, Lotus spoke.
No, I refuse. I'm not gonna end up like him.
Him? You mean the 9th man?
Of course, who else?
In his mind's eye, Junpei saw the corpse again.
Blood. Oh.
Oof.
Blood and pieces of flesh.
The dark, reddish-black pool of blood. The scattered pieces of flesh. Organs strewn across the floor like the blossoming of a grotesque flower. The explosion that had torn through his body had been powerful.
That's no way for a person to die.
The 9th man's neck had been twisted at an odd angle. Junpei suspected the detonation had thrown him against the wall. Half of his face was crushed, and the other half was covered in blood. Most of his abdomen had been emptied, either by the explosion or by gravity. He had landed on his back, and stark white ribs jutted up out of his chest, like the legs of some sort of macabre crab. Junpei felt something flip in his stomach.
I think he just screwed up.
Eyebrows went up, and Santa continued.
Probably set off some sort of trap, and that killed him.
Crabman.
I'm not gonna screw up like that. I'm getting out of here alive.
Whatever Snake was laughing at, Santa did not find particularly humorous.
What's so goddamn funny?
Oh, My apologies. You were just, so very confident. I couldn't help myself.
What the fuck?
I think you've mistaken the situation.
Huh?
The ninth man's death. It had nothing to do with the trap. Or at least, not the sort of trap you imagine it did.
Then?
He broke one of Zero's rules. That was why he died. Quite simple if you think about it.
Supposed to emphasize think, but I guess Snake is not so much of an asshole in the English version.
You still don't... All right. How about you take a moment and think back to what Zero said? Specifically, what did he say about the number of people?
He said only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door.
And after that? You've forgotten the relevant part. What did Zero say?
Santa furrowed his brow in thought. Junpei thought back. Zero said that everyone who verified had to go.
All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute, right? I think it was something like that. Whatever it was, it means that groups of less than 3 or more than 5 can't go through.
That is correct. A gold star for you, Junpei.
So one group of 5 and one group of 3 can go through the doors. And so we all can advance, so that way people aren't stuck in this room. Snake inclined his head toward Junpei.
The ninth man, however, broke that rule. He tried to pass through a numbered door by himself. That was why he was executed.
And Zero's watching us from somewhere, making sure we don't break any rules.
Oh, I'm not so sure of that.
Why not?
Because I'm Zero!
Because this execution system is entirely automatic. You didn't notice?
What?
There's no need for him to monitor us.
What do you mean?
How does it know that 3 people passed? Because the door was verified.
Very well.
Snake looked at Seven with what can only be described as
me
pity.
Who tells you.
God damn it!
I've waited
Snake's
long
an
enough,
asshole.
I suppose. I had hoped Zero might spare me the trouble, but that
Super
seems
asshole.
increasingly unlikely.
He couldn't see them, of course, but perhaps Snake sensed the confused eyes upon him. When Ace spoke, he gave words to everyone else's thoughts.
Do you know something?
Well, I know a great many things, but yes.
What is it you know?
Here.
Snake removed a card from the pocket of his jacket.
Card? What does it say?
See for yourself.
With a flourish, he presented it to Ace, who took a close look at it and spoke.
Come on now, what's the point of giving me this?
Wow, animated. Nice.
Give me that.
Snake snatched the card from Ace. Santa snatched the card from Ace, but his expression of disgust quickly turned to one of confusion.
Huh? The hell is this?
Seven tugged it out of Santa's hands. So many S's.
I see.
The card went from Seven to Lotus, from Lotus to June, and finally to Junpei. He looked at it and understood.
This
Braille.
is Braille.
Braille, the written language of the blind. The card was covered with small, embossed bumps. Junpei could recognize it, but he certainly couldn't read it.
Sorry, guys, I can't read this. Here, have it back.
Junpei handed the card back to Snake, who nodded at him with a small smirk.
Okay, that was fun. What's so important about that card?
I found it in my pocket. I can only assume it is a message from Zero.
From Zero?
A message?
What does it say?
Suddenly, everyone was crowding around Snake, desperate to hear what the message said. Santa especially looked as if he were about to grab hold of Snake and shake the answers from him. Snake raised his hand.
Calm down now. No need to panic. You don't need to force me. I'll read it.
Junpei swallowed hard and waited for him to start. He was not the only one. Presently, Snake began to read, his voice calm. His fingers glided over the tiny bumps as he spoke.
Bracelet number 2. Since you are not blessed with sight, I shall bless you, and only you, with information.
Okay.
I shall tell you of the function of the red, of the dead, and of the bracelet.
The red is the recognition device.
The red is the recognition device. As stated earlier, I feel like the voice for Zero is too modulated, so I'm going to read its dialogue out after it is read.
It will verify your number.
It will verify your number.
Beside every numbered door, you will find a red.
Beside every numbered door, you will find a red.
is the deactivation device.
The dead is the deactivation device.
It does exactly what it says.
It does exactly what it
Once you
says.
have passed through the numbered door,
Once you pass through the numbered
you
door,
must use the dead to stop the detonator in your bracelet.
you must use the dead to stop the detonator in your bracelet.
But perhaps you are wondering, what does this detonator detonate? I'm afraid this might be something of a surprise.
Oh, sorry, I was supposed to be reading it like this, but perhaps you are wondering, what does this detonator detonate? I am afraid this might be something of a surprise.
I have placed a small bomb inside of you.
Thank you for subscribing.
Draco! With that 12-month resub, welcome to the Orange Flame, friend! And everybody, let's toss some skulls up. How you doing? Hopefully you're well. We are coming in with a game. A game you wanna play.
Zero says I've placed a small bomb inside of you and the people whom you are about to meet.
You swallowed it while you were unconscious.
Hi, Draco.
What's up, Draco? I didn't want to talk over Little Lane. You can't believe it's been a year already, right? So thank you for hanging out so long. I greatly appreciate it because literally, without all of y'all, I wouldn't be doing this. And Zero says, you swallowed it while you were unconscious. You just got home from work. Nice.
I have no doubt. By the time you read this note, the bomb will have passed your stomach and found its way to your small intestine.
I have no doubt that by the time you read this note, the bomb will have passed your stomach and found its way to your small intestine.
In other words, you will be unable to regurgitate it. I suggest you do not try.
That is actually entirely untrue, speaking as someone who is so sick that his digestive system reversed itself once, and that was an awful, horrendous experience as a direct result of onions. So yeah, no. In other words, you will be unable to regurgitate it. I suggest you do not try. It was disgustingly awful.
As I mentioned before, the bracelet on your left hand contains a detonator.
Oh god.
Think of it as a remote fuse or timer for the bomb in your body.
Sometimes I feel like not all the words are going through.
There is only one condition which will detonate.
There is only one condition which will cause it to detonate.
That condition is that you enter a numbered door.
That condition is that you enter a numbered door.
Once you have done so, the timer will activate, no matter who you may be.
Once you have done so, the timer will activate, no matter who you may be.
Oh,
yeah. Thanks for the bits! That's... No! You will have 81 seconds. What is... Oh, 9 by 9. This dude sounds like the dude from Trivia Murder Party, right? This is also a little vocoded.
If, after that time, the detonator has not been deactivated, it will send a signal to the bomb in your body, instructing it to explode.
I was just thinking that. Oh, come on, Mom. It's fine.
In order to deactivate the detonator, every person who verified their number at the red must also verify their numbers at the dead.
Got it. So why not just wait till they poop it out? Because not many people will have that pass through their system in less than 8 hours. Worse, you could understand that dude at least. Fair, Claire.
Once all numbers have been verified by the dead, you need only pull the lever at its side, and the countdown will cease.
Got it.
Anyone who does not verify their number at the red will find themselves unable to verify their number at the dead.
Okay, so in other words, we can't have 3 people open a door, 4 people go in, because then only 3 people can verify at the dead to turn their timers off. The 4th person will explode.
That is to say, if you should pass through a numbered door without first verifying your number at the red, in 81 seconds, you will be dead. You must also keep in mind that the numbered doors will close automatically after 9 seconds. So long as the doors open, the dead will not function. You would do well to remember this.
I wonder if we can, like, force it open and then we don't have to worry about that.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets.
Chop your
There
arm off.
are only 2 ways to do so. 1. You escape from this ship.
Okay.
2. Your heart rate reaches 0.
Huh.
In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or detects that Nonari's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
Alright.
There is no other
But for how
way to
long?
remove your bracelet.
Because I can do that for a little bit. Not for too long, though.
If you attempt to force it off, or disable the detonator, the bomb within you will immediately explode.
You say that, but...
This is all the information which I can impart to you. How you choose to use it is for you to decide. If used wisely, you can eliminate those who might be a danger to you. For a time, you would be able to control your fate. I wish you the best of luck.
Snake finished reading and carefully returned the card to his pocket.
So it's saying only those who verify their numbers at the red can pass through the numbered doors. Teams can't add or subtract people after they're scanned in. The reds, deads, and bracelets enforce the rules. They're judge, jury, and executioner.
So he did not stop 9 on purpose. He's trying to vomit.
Shit! A fucking bomb! Come out! Come out, damn it!
In defiance of Zero's suggestions, both Santa and Seven put fingers down their throats and began to gag. The rest stiffened. Some touched their stomachs. Some simply stared at their bracelets. Junpei gingerly touched his stomach.
There's a bomb inside me.
In your booper. The thought of it made him queasy. At least he didn't go, the direct way. His stomach felt oddly hollow and his legs were weak.
What made Zero think creating this horror show of a game was a good idea?
Because he wanted to play a game. Junpei looked at the others.
All right, I'm gonna ask one more time. Do any of you know anything about Zero?
A whole lot of shrugs. They were all silent, each person waiting to hear what the other would say. Finally, Santa spoke up.
Actually, I saw him. I saw Zero when I got grabbed. I didn't see his face, though. Son of a bitch was wearing some kind of gas mask.
We all go, I saw the same thing.
What the hell? Come on, guys, give me something. You know, like surprise or something?
His eyes feel a little off. Instead, it was Santa who looked surprised.
All the other kids teased him for liking math.
There was a moment of silence, and then everyone spoke at once.
I saw that too.
I did as well.
Me too. I didn't see inside the mask, though.
That mask, it was really scary.
Oh, so all of our abductions were the same. We were taken from home at midnight.
So there's more than one Zero.
The person claiming to be Zero had a mask on. There was white smoke, and then each of us passed out. We woke up to find ourselves on D-Deck, in a room with a 3-level bunk bed.
How about you, Seven? Did the same happen to you?
So, did everyone else solve their puzzle faster than me for the narrative purposes, or did I just sleep longer? Only Seven's story seemed to lack the detail of the others.
Oh, me? Yeah, well, mine was just like the rest of yours.
That was all he had to say. It had occurred to Junpei at the time that it sounded somewhat strange, but he didn't press the issue. Wait, now we're speaking in the past tense?
That's good enough for now.
It's like, oh, we're gonna go from this third-person thing to a second-person thing. He hadn't done so because there was something that struck him as even stranger.
So, I have a question.
That was the mystery of the relationship between Snake and Clover.
Snake and Clover, you were both kidnapped from the same room, and you woke up together.
Junpei looked at them, thoughtfully.
So, what's the deal with the two of you anyway?
It was Clover that answered. Clearly, she felt she had nothing to hide.
We're siblings.
Siblings! What's up, Q?
Siblings?
Nonary?
Yes?
Siblings! And she blushes. Siblings.
Snake is my older brother, obviously. That means I'm his little sister.
That's how that works.
That really so hard to understand?
Junpei was taken aback. The others seemed just as surprised.
She is correct, of course.
He laid his hand on Clover's shoulder.
Are you, surprised?
Well, yeah, but...
Why? There are other people here with connections to one another. Those two, for instance.
Snake pointed at Junpei and June.
Oh, you mean between Jumpy and me?
Ah, yes. You did say you were childhood friends, didn't you?
Wait, you went to school together?
Yeah.
June glanced at Junpei, uncomfortable with the sudden attention.
Well, yeah.
Junpei felt somewhat nervous as well, and trying to scratch his head as casually as possible.
Hey, you think maybe we could figure out who Zero is this way?
Yeah, you're right.
Wait, you're the one who said don't give him any information!
You connect the dots between the victims, and that leads you to the perp. Textbook stuff.
Junpei. June. Does any of this ring a bell?
Nope.
Ring a bell.
Ring a bell?
It's a turn of phrase, which is a way to say an idiom. They looked at one another, and like it was staged, they both tilted their neck at the same time.
Well, perhaps you went to school with the son of a multimillionaire.
A millionaire?
Son?
Well, someone bought this boat and set up all of this.
Man, sorry.
Whoever Zero is, they must be incredibly rich.
Fair.
Well, we can't be sure of that. To me, this seems as though it's the work of an organization, not an individual.
Especially if you're all captured at more or less the same day at midnight.
Most likely, Zero is simply the representative of a larger group.
The Zeros.
What sort of organization?
Hydra.
It could be a number of things. An army, perhaps, or a research group. Perhaps this is all some sort of psychological experiment.
With dead people.
If it is, then it's a pretty fucked up experiment. I mean, come on! A guy's dead!
The word dead hung in the air, heavy and ominous. The room went quiet again.
I don't know who the hell this Zero asshole is, but I know for sure he's gotta be pretty fucked up in the head to do all this. If this was all one guy, then he's got some serious issues.
Even with the specter of death hanging over them, their discussions continued for some time. We just lost 3 hours?
Then what should we do?
We should talk it through.
Oh my god, enough! All we're doing is talking!
Santa threw his hands up, his voice filled with irritation.
Talking won't solve anything! It can't help us find our way out of here! You really sure you want to just sit around? We've only got 7.5 hours left. We already wasted an hour and a half of our 9 hours.
Okay, apparently I can't tell analog time when I'm this tired. Everyone was already at the edge of panic. What Santa told them not only made the feeling more... Everyone there was already on the edge of panic. What Santa told them only made that feeling more intense. No one was willing to argue this time.
You're right.
Very well then. There's only one way for us to proceed.
Sure not gonna be fun running around knowing we gotta jump when Zero says jump.
Well, it's stupid to just sit around here doing nothing.
Well, thanks to Snake's card, at least we have some idea of how this all works.
Correct. And so long as we all follow the rules, we will most likely be all right.
But
But what?
who's going to go in which door?
June looked toward the numbered doors.
Oh yeah, that's right. We can't have any more than 5 people in one door.
And 3 in the other, there's 8 of you left.
All 8 of us can't go in the same door.
Then it would seem we will have to split up.
Wait,
Lotus looked terrified.
I'm telling you now, there is no way in hell that I'm going into door 5.
Okay.
Come on now, don't be selfish.
Call me whatever the hell you want. I'm not going in there. If I'm
Okay.
going to have to walk through all that blood, then I'd rather stay here.
And we were doing so well.
Ace shook his head sadly.
Sorry, but I ain't going in there either. Someone else can go into door 5.
Okay.
Oh, Santa, not you too.
Hey man, I just bought these shoes. If you think I'm getting some creepy dude's blood all over them, you got another thing coming.
By now, it's congealed quite a bit. That was the last
What
straw.
the hell, man? Weren't you the one who kept saying we should get going?
Yeah, So?
So he's like, I'm gonna go in door 4. Fuck you.
Doesn't mean I wanted to go into door 5.
Oh, God.
There was an awkward silence. Finally, 7 spoke.
Fine, I'll go into door 5. I can't go in there alone, though. Anyone else willing to come with me?
There was another long silence. This time, Snake was the one to break it.
I'll go.
So that means I have to go.
What?
Don't worry. You'll be fine. We may part now, but I'm certain we'll meet again later.
How do you know that?
Because I do.
That's not an answer. If you're going, I'm going too. I'm going into door 5.
That means that we're gonna have to bring Ace.
What am I going to do with you?
There's nothing you
1,
have
2,
to
3,
do.
4. Yeah, Ace step forward.
If I join you, the problem is solved, correct? 7 is 7, and Snake is 2. And if you add Clover's 4 and my 1, the digital root will be 5.
7 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 is 4. The digital root of 14.
Oh!
Sorry, I'm just gonna skip it when they're giving us the same information over. I'm sorry, I just have to.
The 4 of us can go into door 5.
Wait, what about the other 4? What's their digital root gonna be?
Right? Junpei did a quick mental calculation.
Lotus, Santa, June, and me.
So 8 and 3, 6 and 5. So that's 11 and 11. That's 22. It's 4. Yeah.
Our bracelet numbers are 8, 3, 6, and 5. 8, 3, 6, 5.
Oh.
What would our digital root be?
Oh, I'm wrong. I think 8, 3. No, I don't know. All right. Wow. Okay. So let me just add this left or right and make sure I'm doing this correct. All right. 8 and 3 is 11. Plus 6 is 17. Plus 5 is 22. Okay.
8 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5 is 22. So...
So I was right.
The digital root of 22, 2 plus 2 equals 4.
So as it works out, this is exactly what it... Yeah. Wow. Okay. So yeah, definitely going to be calling this at midnight because I'm already starting to flag.
It's 4. Add up our 4 bracelet numbers and the digital root is 4.
Woo! And my voice is starting
And
to
we
go.
can go into door 4.
We can.
Yeah. Huh. That worked out well.
So the team assignments will be like this. 7, Snake, Clover, and Ace, they would go through door 5. Lotus, Santa, June, and me will go through door 4.
So much math! Well, at least I figured it out before the game gave it to me, so I feel a little
Are
better.
these really the teams I want? Beyond door 5 is what remains of the 9th man. I never want to see that thing again, but something's telling me that it'd be a good idea to examine the corpse, even just a little closer. Of course, if I went through door 5, I wouldn't be going with Lotus and Santa. I could bring June with me through door 5, but that means she'd have to see the body in there. I don't want to put her through that.
Junpei was torn.
Should I stay silent? Through door 4? Or should I stop them and insist on door 5?
As he turned his options over and over in his mind, Ace spoke up.
All right, then. It seems we've reached a conclusion. Shall we go?
He began to walk toward door 5.
I'm going through door 5.
Clover and Snake followed, with 7 a short distance behind.
We're over there too, right, Snake?
The door's not going anywhere. Slow down.
Which door?
Okay. So, I'm inclined to go ahead and go with this explanation, because, I mean, granted the game kind of fed it to us, but they've been sort of leading us by the hand so far anyway. The people that don't want to go through 4, don't want to go through 5, can go through 4, no problem. Now, that being said, let's assume that we have to go through 5. Okay, 8 and 3 are going to go through anyway, so that's at least 11. And we have to make 4. That means 3? No, 2. Yeah. So Snake would have to go through 4 to get a digital root of 4, which would leave 12, 13, 19, 23, 5. Okay. So, yeah. All right. So it all depends on if we want to go with Ace and June in 5 and let the 2 people who want to go through 4 go through 4. Everybody's agreeing with this. I'm very much of the, we all came to this conclusion together. I currently have no data that's saying I have to go through 5. I wish we had some kind of walkie-talkies. That would be great. However, our 2 competent people, that we assume anyway, are going to go through 5. Decided that door 4 would be fine.
I'll go through door 4 with Lotus, Santa, and June. There's nothing to worry about. I just need to stay by her side.
I think examine the body would be good. Sorry, Claire already picked.
This should be fine. It's no problem this way. I should see the other 4 off.
He made no shows of affection, but Junpei saw her as something more than just a friend from his childhood.
Looks like Ace and the others are going.
He watched the other 4 walk toward their door. Ace, Snake, Clover, and 7. Junpei said nothing as they left. I should see them off. I'm just gonna stand there. Before long, they had reached door 5. They talked to one another for a few seconds, saying things Junpei couldn't hear, and then laid their hands one by one on the scanner panel of the red. 7, 2, 4, 1.
Now then.
Ace grabbed the lever. His face tight with determination, he looked over at his shoulder to look at Junpei and his companions.
Goodbye.
Be careful.
As Ace pulled the lever, the door swung open, the mouth of a great hungry beast.
So horrible.
Beyond the door, Junpei knew, lay the sad remains of the 9th man. They entered the hallway and instantly died. The end! It did not surprise him that Ace, Clover, and 7 hesitated. The body was not a pleasant thing. Where Snake's like, I can't see shit.
We need to hurry.
We only have 9 seconds when the door opens. Remember, Snake had no such problems as his blindness made him immune to the horror. This guy did not make good decisions. 9 did not make good decisions, you are correct. He stepped through the door. His feet were making a wet splack in the pool of blood.
Snake, your shoes.
It's fine. Hurry!
You have like 6 seconds left. Go.
Or are you planning on dying with everyone else? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you?
Thank you, Snake.
Sorry, Snake.
So we have a sensible person, Snake, and then we hopefully are going to choose sensible options. So hopefully all 8 people are going to get to a common area again. And then we have to gladiator fight to the end, and then we rip off Ace's top, and then we get to see what he's hiding under there. It's fine. The 3 remaining steel themselves and step through the door. You thought I was going to say Lotus, didn't you? Me too. Door 5 swung shut, closing with the heavy finality of metal upon metal. Junpei and his companion scrambled to the door.
Hey! How is it over there? Did you find anything? Say something, will you?
Something's beeping.
Beeping.
It's just like before.
Probably the sound of the detonator on the bracelet.
Do you think they're okay?
June's face showed her concern more plainly than her words ever could. You know, I realized we should have saved. Sorry, I forgot. Almost as though in response to her question, a voice rang out from the other side of the door. It was 7.
Hey, there it is!
Hey, there it is.
That's gotta be that dead thing.
That's gotta be the dead thing. You can literally save it anytime. Right, that's why I was like, fuck. But right now, there's no real point because we can't choose different people.
Come on, get over here. We gotta authenticate.
The beeping stopped.
Yes, I could, like I said, I could save. I just didn't. Should have done it before picking people. The sighs of relief were audible even through the heavy door.
Phew. Looks like it stopped.
Junpei and his companions leaned away from the door and breathed a collective sigh of relief of their own.
Hey, guys! Are you doing all right over there?
So, if we're ever in this situation, what I propose doing is because until we actually enter the door, the timers do not start, we let the door open, we look around for the authentication device, and then go, there it is on the right. And then maybe if, you know, we only have 2 seconds left, we'll let the door close, do it again, go to the dead. But not to be dead. They'd heard Seven's voice, but it wouldn't hurt to be sure.
Yep, we're fine.
Despite the recent danger, Clover's voice was as bubbly as ever.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna tell you about this whole dead thing, okay?
Okay.
The dead is just like the red, but the color's different.
Okay.
You know how the red was red,
Yes.
Well, the dead is blue.
Cool.
Other than that, it's just like the red.
Got it.
Authenticating is the same too.
Got it.
Awesome! Thanks. That helps a lot.
So I imagine we're gonna have to
Well,
find the dead when we go
should
through.
probably move on now. You be careful out there.
Roger that.
This guy did not make good choices. Hopefully you weren't referring to me. Hopefully you were referring to the ninth man. Junpei and the others left door 5 and headed towards door 4.
Now it's our turn. I'll go first.
They stood in front of the red and placed each of their hands upon it. Four asterisks appeared upon the screen. Junpei grabbed the lever and turned around.
Okay, we ready?
Clicky.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's go.
Why only her face? None of them looked particularly optimistic, but their faces were set. Junpei nodded to them and turned back toward the red.
All right, let's go.
With strength and determination, he pulled the lever.
That's why I'm made of love.
Click.
Run!
No. The four of them leapt through the door together. The moment they had passed through it, each heard a cold electronic sound coming from their left wrist.
Oh, damn.
In the center of each bracelet, a red skull appeared. That's pink. And began to flash. But if it was too red, it would blend in. It would not look very good. So the pink having a color palette, especially on the cyan thing, is great. It's not counting down, so I am talking.
It's counting down.
The detonator's countdown had begun. The long moment that each of them spent staring at their wrists. As long as the door's still open, it doesn't actually count down. The numbered door behind them closed, the sound of the metal on metal reverberating down the hallway.
We can't go back!
No shit!
We need to hurry and find the device.
Hey, where the hell is the dead?
How would I know?
Don't give me that crap! Start looking!
I already am.
They began to run, eyes looking frantically for the device that was the key to their salvation. The hallway they found themselves running down was a long one, easily 300 feet in length. On the right side of it stood a series of wooden doors, all nearly identical. If they had taken time to think, they would have likely have discerned that the doors lead to cabins.
Don't tell me the dead is in one of those rooms.
Oh no, how many rooms do you think there are?
You have 81 seconds, that's a minute 20. Junpei was too frightened to count properly, but his best guess there were 7 or 8 of them.
Ah, fuck! We don't have time to count.
Junpei ran to the nearest door.
We just need to open them all.
He grabbed the knob and shook it hard.
It won't open.
It didn't feel locked, more like someone had hammered an iron plate over the other side of the door. Junpei turned around to find another door and saw that his companions had already run to doors of their own. They did not seem to be having any more success than he had. Their own words confirmed his fears.
Shit, this one's no good.
Same here.
It's not moving.
June was the last to speak out. As Junpei looked in her direction, his eyes caught something he hadn't noticed before. A small red blinking light.
There it is, at the end of the hallway. Run!
Even as he yelled, he ran. He grabbed Santa, Lotus, and June and pulled them toward the light. He has 3 hands. Santa called at him as he ran.
Hey, how many more seconds do we have?
How would I know?
Our time limit is 81 seconds.
Behold,
I know this
stationary
content.
motion blur.
I'm asking you how many seconds we have left.
In all likelihood, Junpei figured nearly a minute had already passed since the door had closed behind them. That's 21 seconds. That's not right, is it? Yes. If that was true, urgency foremost in all their minds, they arrived at the end of the hallway. The dead sat on the left wall, blinking almost tauntingly at them.
Hurry! It's the dead! Get over here!
Junpei grabbed hold of the machine, his hands slick with sweat and shaking. He slammed his hand against the scanner panel.
Come on, everyone!
The other 3 quickly followed suit. Pull the lever! With a grunt, Santa yanked the lever downward. I'm all the way over here and not Game Land, and that made me tense.
Looks like it stopped.
His hands beginning to steady, Junpei wiped away some of the sweat that had beaded on his forehead. As they caught their breath, the 4 companions began to look around.
There's another door at the end of the hallway.
Really? You know what? For those who can't see, there you go. You can see a heavy-looking set of double doors. Set into the walls of the hallway on either side of the larger door were two smaller ones.
Let's try this one first.
Go left. That's not a door, that's a lamp.
Of course it won't open.
I feels like that'd be a good quote. How many times did he come across similar doors with similar results, he wondered? Or perhaps he corrected himself, more a lack of results. Whatever the reason, the door remained firm and unyielding and refused to allow Junpei or anyone else passage.
A keyhole.
That's Mars, I think. Above the keyhole was a small symbol engraved on the brass.
What's this mark? Mail?
He wasn't quite sure what to make of it and stared at it for a moment in confusion. It was June that corrected him.
No, not exactly. That's probably the symbol of Mars. Well, technically, they are the same symbol. But I saw a number of similar symbols near the main stairway. The symbols of the solar system.
Oh, that's right. The Sun, Saturn, and Earth.
At least that's what I'm assuming.
So this isn't the man symbol. It's a symbol for Mars?
Exactly.
I think so, yes.
I see. Wait, where's Santa?
Santa's at the North Pole!
While Junpei and June talked, Santa had disappeared. They turned to find him some distance down the hallway. He had gone to check the other doors. Yeah, I would do that. Eventually, he reached the last of them and jogged back. It took him only a moment to catch his breath again.
Yeah, so, I looked the place over. Here's the deal. None of the other doors open.
Then that must mean...
We only have 2 more doors.
Lotus examined the doors on either side of the larger double door. Each one had a metal plate attached to it.
Maybe it's the room number.
The door on the left has a B92, and the one on the right says B93. All right, let's open them. I'll open B92.
Okay, I'll get B93 then.
Junpei put his hand on the doorknob, and Santa moved to the other door. They'd made it through the numbered door alive. There was nothing more to be afraid of. Junpei and Santa looked at each other and nodded.
1, 2, 3.
In unison, they pushed against their respective doors and fell through and promptly found themselves in a new room. June followed Junpei as he threw open his door. They turned around and saw that the door on the other side was open as well. Through the door was another person, his mouth agape. It was Santa.
Hey, it opened.
Yeah, it did.
Junpei and Santa looked at each other.
I didn't expect that.
It was so easy.
Lotus' calm voice broke through their thoughts.
Maybe this is all part of Zero's plan. Can't say I enjoy being treated like someone's puppet.
As she headed for room 93, Lotus continued.
Well, now we have these 2 rooms. I'm sure there's something in there that will help us get out of here. Let's find it. Santa and I will search this room. You 2 take the other one.
All right.
Okay.
Seven. Seek a way out. Room 92. All right. The vase looks expensive. I wonder how much we could get for it. Are you gonna steal it? Okay, little klepto there. It's kind of a weird looking picture. Do you think it's an abstract painting or something? It looks like kind of like a demon with an elephant-like nose, sucking on a human being's brain. Where the hell did that come from? What's her brain made of? Can't say I'd mind finding out a little more about what goes on in there. Damn. All right, so back out. Up. All right, that's apparently, weird. All right. Anything else here? All right, let's look around first before we go there. Matches!
Light the painting on fire.
Junpei looked down blankly at what he was holding, then up at June.
Oh yeah, how's your fever? You feeling better now?
Yes, I'm fine.
June certainly looked fine.
Let me see your forehead.
Junpei held his hand on her forehead for a few seconds.
Guess it really has gone down.
And now it's right back up.
Worried about me?
Amazingly enough, yes.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Teehee. June blushed and giggled.
By the way, Jumpy?
Hmm?
How did you end up here?
What do you mean? I told you earlier, didn't I?
There was a man with a gas mask when you got home at night. You inhaled some white smoke and passed out. When you woke up, you were on D deck.
Right. Claire stoking that heart? The vault. No, stoking the archway to get to the vault. Man, I look tired even. When you woke up, you were on D deck. That's D for deck. Damn straight. You know what? It's only 8 till, but it's midnight on the East Coast. If a regular wants to hit that sweet, sweet saxophone.
But is that really the truth?
It is really the truth. Dick Dack. If we get a nosebleed, I'm done. I mean, I could get a nosebleed.
What?
Jumpy, are you hiding something from me?
No.
No, why would I?
Well, if you think about it, this is awfully suspicious.
Why are you being suspicious of me?
I mean, why would two childhood friends bump into each other in a place like this?
And we were friends since grade school, but apparently not enough to be like, oh yeah, I remember you. And there you go. And that's the official cue from when I stop watching my language and I start saying things like fart and otochka. Oh, look, he's saying Ariel in other languages now. He's so auteur.
Hey, I could ask you the same thing.
You could not, in fact.
Are you hiding something?
No, don't be defensive, Junpei. It's fine.
What would I hide?
Your cookies.
Well, I don't know. Anything. I mean, you're hiding it. How would I know?
You're hiding it? How would I know?
You mean like the number of men I've dated?
Why would that be a thing that you talk about now? Junpei's heart stumbled over itself.
Do you want to know?
I do not want to know. I want to know how many women you dated. Yes, obviously, June. That's exactly what we meant by this. He had to admit, he was a little curious.
Don't worry.
It's 0. She smiled at him.
Only 18.
Only 18. And up.
Times 0. Yeah, I guess I just haven't met Mr. Right yet.
Why do you want to know that, Junpei? And is this dating or is this fucking? I don't know. Sorry, the expletive wasn't actually necessary there, but still, I wanted to have an ing on there. June looked a little embarrassed and scratched the back of her head in a desperate attempt to seem nonchalant. Yeah, that's not nonchalant.
Yeah.
Yep, super relevant to this life or death situation. Hey, how many men have you dated? I dated exactly 0. How many women have I dated? Oh, I don't remember. Junpei coughed quietly in much the same way. How is this relevant in any situation? It would be relevant if it was like, how many
hiding anything.
STDs did you, how did you get that STD? Oh. That would be relevant in that situation. But honestly, or, hey, let's have a contest to see how many men we've dated. I'll go first. It's 18 times 0. Anyway, I'm not hiding anything.
Just like you, Jumpy.
Agreed, the number's not relevant at that point. It's only the one that's at fault. She'd be like, I slept with 300. But, you know, use protection every time, so it didn't come from me. And that's when never mind. That was gonna be funny, but only for me. Just like you, Jumpy.
When I woke up, I was on D deck.
Dick deck.
Well, you do have a point.
You do have a point. No, you don't.
I mean, why did 0 pick us? We haven't seen each other since elementary school.
It may have been coincidence, or the fact that you're in the exact same apartment building.
I wonder.
Spherometria! I have problems with this line of thought.
Dick Dack is fun to say. Correct. June nodded, and for a few moments she had the faraway look of someone deep in thought.
Look for
really
what
rolls
the
off the tongue.
That will lead you to the culprit.
Oh, now we're quoting Mountain.
Do you remember Seven saying something like that?
Yes, I do. In fact, I remember his other code name.
Yeah, I do. So?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think this must all have something to do with a classmate of ours.
But then, if that was the case, then they would be classmates with some of the other people. Are we forgetting that she accused us first? I'm not.
You got any ideas?
She is not my waifu. Hashtag not my waifu. Now, granted, the only reason why I am interested in Dancer is for her belly piercings, but that's beside the point. I realize that I'm fidgeting is because I'm tired.
No.
This is
nothing.
all this after picking up some matches. What the hell? No, nothing.
Oh.
Well, if it had something to do with school, then it could be one of our teachers, or maybe the principal.
It's not your school.
Or the janitor, or the lunch lady.
Lunch lady in elementary school, fair.
Oh, I can barely remember any of them.
And they're like,
You stole change from the vending machine. You're gonna die for that when you're older.
no.
Yeah, I know.
I've actually fixed a vending machine from the 80s. It was actually kind of fun. Junpei went back to searching, feeling unpleasant and confused. That would have been... It should have had a comma there. I added one for dialogue purposes. Elementary school. Elementary school. Was there anything strange that had happened in elementary school? That does not flow off the tongue well. As he searched the room, he continued to rack his brain. I'm sure Lotus has more than 2 redeeming qualities. You're correct. It's 4. It's a display case, but there's nothing being displayed. How sad.
It looks like the drawers are empty too.
Ah.
Jumpy, what are you doing? You don't have the time to be relaxing on a sofa.
It's a round wooden table. I thought, oh, okay, so there's only 2 places to go. I lied. Apparently we can go in this room and then turn around.
It's a bottle with water in it. This is a bedroom. They probably have it in here because your throat always feels dry when you wake up, you know?
Actually, no. My throat's dry, but I think it's because I'm a little nervous right now.
Well, we did run a lot, so we're kind of sweaty. Hey, Jumpy, did you want to take a shower together?
Yes! Whoa.
Just kidding.
Too late to take it back. My brain's already working out. The picture. My throat was dry already. This sure isn't helping. Where the fuck does that come from, though? Oh, a bed. It's a light blue blanket with some designs on it. Someone's made the bed, or at least never unmade it. There's only bed sheets under the blanket. Nothing exciting. Look, there's 2 pillows right next to each other. Guess it's a double. What's up? You're turning red. Oh man, is your fever back? Hey, are you alright? Do you need to lay down for a minute?
I'm fine. I think it's still a little early for that.
Huh? Hey, seriously, are you really okay? Did they slip her an aphrodisiac? Is her bomb like a sex pill? This is when we remember that the other friend of ours who died under mysterious circumstances and they never found his body. I know, right? We're like, oh yeah, that guy. This isn't a painting. It's a map?
It looks like a map of the ship's interior.
Take it! This is a great find. I think it'll be really useful. Let's take it with us. It is now possible to use the map screen. Map screen. The map screen can only be viewed during the story sections. While on the map screen, you can examine a map of the ship's floor plan you will acquire over the course of the story. Pressing left stick and A will allow you to see a bird's eye view of that room.
He was never seen again, but he had an obsession with ships, bracelets, and numbers. And explosives!
Junpei took one last look at the map. Oklahoma, and then folded it up and slid it back into his pocket. June looked up as he closed it.
This ship is bigger than I thought.
That's what she said!
Yeah, it's probably about 900 feet long.
Which is still less than my cutter! Elite Dangerous plug.
Must be one of those fancy cruise ships.
Not really. The fancy cruise ship would be bigger than the cutter. Totally sipped your mind to this plot obvious moment when I remembered it conveniently.
Of course,
Wow.
It doesn't really look like a cruise ship.
It doesn't, in fact.
Everything in here is really retro. Huh. Even if it's just some sort of style choice, there's just too much.
It's probably an old ship.
Do you
It was
remember what
purchased on the
Zero
cheap.
said?
Okay, the
Do you
Titanic
think
sunk.
maybe
Sorry,
this
that voice
boat
was
and the
grating on me.
Titanic have something to do with each other?
Wait, why did you send me to jail? I forget. Maybe the boat and Titanic have something to do with each other. This could be the Queen Anne, which sunk later on, didn't it?
That's a good point. I doubt he would have mentioned it if there wasn't a reason.
Junpei took a moment to look around the room.
Do you think this boat is...
Haunted? A replica of the Titanic. It's not the actual Titanic because that is too deep.
a replica of the Titanic?
A replica?
Yeah, you know, like a copy of the actual boat.
I don't think that would only be 900 feet long, though.
Who on earth would make something like that?
A crazy person! That's what she said, is lazy lewdness. But she said it's so big. She literally said that. That's not lazy. That was a topical moment. And lazy lewdness is just like letting one slip.
Fans. Crazy Titanic fans.
My heart will go on. That's a pun, sort of.
No way. Do you even know how much money that would take?
No idea. But all they've got to do is break even, you know?
Break even?
Yeah, they could use it as a cruise ship. Climb aboard a piece of history, sail around the world in the resurrected Titanic.
I would not want to go on that boat. That's all I'm saying.
Hell, with marketing like that, they'd probably have more customers than they'd know what to do with.
Do you really think people would want to ride on a ship with such an ominous past?
Well, that's why it is a replica.
It's the site of the worst accident in history.
The worst accident in history, for real? Did more people die on the Hindenburg? I am curious.
Over 1,500 people died. I wouldn't be surprised if you'd get cursed just for going.
Okay, so probably not that many on the Hindenburg is all I'm saying.
A curse, huh?
Jumpy, do you believe in that sort of thing? You know, curses and stuff?
Well, not the first trip, at least. Fair. All right, are curses a load of crap, or do I believe in them? Stop. Yeah, we haven't really had any decisions up until now, so let's save it. No. All right, let's see. I think we'll make this final decision. We'll finish this dialogue tree, and then we'll call it. So I think that's fair. This game weaves in a fun amount of real things to mess with your suspension of disbelief. All right, fair. I'm inclined to say they're a load of crap right now. You know what? No. Actually, we are going to go ahead and call it. That's the button I want. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight, y'all. Hopefully you've enjoyed this little dip into this game. I fully expect to play more of this on Tuesday, 9 p.m. Central. That's the normal scheduled game time. Still maybe going to work in some Friday stuff, I don't know, but certainly catch us for +5 proficiency if everything goes according to schedule on the 17th of January. I almost said something. Glad digging the game. Hey man, thanks for suggesting it. And I'm glad it won, even though Disco Elysium was next. Although I think my voice would be completely gone by now if it was Disco Elysium. That's probably what I'll play next, just because they were all super high on the poll. And let's go ahead and call it, because I would love to raid, but I literally can't hang out. I am doing this right now. So I'm gonna see y'all later. If I have any unscheduled streams, it will always be posted in the Discord, usually because I remember to turn the bot on. So feel free to find me there, and here's all my social media stuffs. So y'all have yourselves a wonderful evening, or a wonderful morning, or a great Monday, or Tuesday if it's even super ahead for you. And I really hope to see y'all next time. Thank you so much for hanging out, and have a wonderful night.